Well, well, well. I think. Huh. I think we just got shut down. I think I was talking. Oh, man, I'm not going to say her name no more. She heard me. She heard me and she honed in. She honed in like a beacon, like a laser on a spaceship. Yo, Raymond. I think I just had my first shutdown, guys. I don't know what happened. Um, my internet didn't go down. What in the world? It's because I was calling out the girl. I was calling out the girl. I can't say her name. How many? Well, that kind of sucks. But yeah, we live to fight another stream. I was playing my own. I was playing my own video. My own video. What in the world? Huh. Well, let's chill. Hopefully, people figure out that we're back up and running. Um. Wow, that just threw me off my whole game. YouTube taking me down. We were killing it. We were killing it. I streamed for like, oh my god, did it just go again? No. We back. Okay, I'm gonna be a little more careful, I guess. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to be careful. Chat, calm down. We got to be careful. I don't know what just happened. I think I just got my first shutdown. I think it's because we're popping off. Bro, I had 3.5 hours of view time, and I had only been streaming for like 20 minutes. What the? They're coming for your boy's neck. Did you pay your Wi-Fi bill? No, it wasn't my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi is great. I have 2 gig Google Fiber. I have the best internet that you can get in the country. Um, it was not my Wi-Fi. So how about them Colts? There we go. Hey, so sports and weather and stuff, right? Oh man, what the? All right, let's get back to these smited. I was smited. T was tired. Nah, I think it's because we were popping off. I think we had a good little chunk of people up in here, and then I was saying homegirl's name over and over again, and then I did a PSA, which I would think would be a good thing, right? I said it was for entertainment purposes only. That's what I'm supposed to say. I can't say that, broski. I'm not allowed to say that. I don't think. Man, I'm like sweating. I'm worried now. What the? Okay, but I got some more videos I took. I think this is from once the first day. So Saturday here in Salt Lake City uh, is where everybody just goes around the city county building and there's food and everybody gets drunk there and then they party all night. And then Sunday morning is the parade where they actually like go all around the city. They block off the roads. I couldn't even get to the gym. Not that I wanted to go to the gym because it was probably a mess in there. It was probably packed with a lot of fun people. Uh, Ichiro Suzuki was my favorite MLB player. Guys, I don't know sports though. I don't know sports. Don't answer the door when they come knocking. Mormon Jesus Internet. All right, let's see if we can get away with playing this. I mean, it's my videos, and I'm not. Was it the was it the word I said? How's work going? Work's going great. D milking. Um, chill day today. Just doing some work orders, running around fixing stuff. Was it that word I said? Is that a bad word? I thought I made that word up. Basically, well, I'm not. I can't even explain it now. Dang. I thought we were safe, guys. I thought we were safe. Let's try to play this clip again. Oh, this is a different clip. So this is the first day, Saturday, very early in the day when people are just getting there. I can't play it because I have to have VLC. Have to play it with VLC. Tracks is flooded with people. Look at all the people that come out. Tracks is packed. All right. I think these are the guys. So we got some opposition that started showing up. Gotta see these guys right here. We got cops protecting a protester guy. His sign says, "The wrath of God abides upon the children of disobedience." And then they got the cops protecting the only base guy here. All right. And then, so that was Saturday. Oh, the presence of the anti-protesters kind of picked up a little bit. I hate that I have to open everything. So see, there's a little more of them now. Just one guy with a sign earlier. Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signs. And it's They're funny. All pretty big dudes. And I just hear people yelling at them. It's kind of funny. Yeah, all the people walking by, because this is the line. So this is the line here, and it wraps all the way around 2 blocks. It goes all the way down to the end of this block, and then all the way around over behind the library here. And so all the people have to come by these guys right before they walk through the gates. And these guys are just out there. And I'm surprised they're not getting stuff thrown at them from the cars that are driving by here, or getting whacked in the head from behind. But they're yelling at these people, and all the people are angry and yelling. It's pretty funny. But what's chat saying? Hey, boy, no skateboarding on the sidewalk. Whatever. I ain't skateboarding in the road. These people don't know how to drive. I get hit. But a couple more clips. Just this is the parade, the big parade. The next day, Sunday morning. Just a couple clips real quick. I can't believe we got kicked off. What is everybody back? We're calling B's back, name's back, Raven's back. We lost people, man. We lost people. I don't like that. Well, this is the real parade. Got the firemen here. YMCA up in this piece. 70,000 people. We're not even near the city county building. This is like 3 blocks away. Just packed for blocks. This is wild. Crazy. This is Salt Lake City, guys. You wouldn't expect it, but this is Salt Lake City. Open with, I got like 2 more. I don't know what that sound I think is. I saw her at a drag queen story hour. Maybe I shouldn't have played that clip. It's true though. I swear I saw her in a YouTube video. Him. I saw them in a YouTube video. Look at that little boy. Look at that little boy. I need a better vantage point to see the parade. I can't see anything over here. These things got pasties on their nipples. I don't know what they were, but yeah, so that's about that. Salt Lake City Pride Month. What the and yeah, the Utah Jazz. You like Salt Lake City? What's Utah known for? Utah's known for Mormons, honey. We're the beehive state. They make a lot of honey here. Mormons. Um, yeah, the Jazz, I guess. We don't have a football team or anything like that. We have the Jazz. We got Honey. We got Moab, cool rock desert stuff. We got Park City, great snow. They call it the best snow on earth. Great skiing and snowboarding. Then we got Mormons, and then we got Salt Lake City, where there's a whole lot of gay people. Multiple wives. So that's the FLDS, which they call false Latter day Saints. But it's actually the fundamentalist Latter day Saints. The FLDS are actually the real Latter day Saints because they stick to the fundamentals of their religion instead of changing it every 2 months to go along with the people. Mormons used to not let gay people go to the Mormon colleges. I knew a guy who went to Brigham, or no, he went to BYU. Yeah, Brigham Young University. And they found out through his social media that he was gay. And so they kicked him out of school. So he didn't get to finish his degree or whatever. He didn't get his student loan payments back. Still had to pay back his student loans, but he never got to graduate college. He didn't get any refund or anything like that. They kicked him out for being gay. And now that was probably like 8 years ago. But now there's no problem. There's no problem if you are gay in college, which I don't know. I don't think there should. I don't think they should be kicking people out of college for being gay, even if it is a Mormon college. But that rule's not there anymore. They backed off that because they saw how you know they kind of change things to gain more popularity pretty frequently. There used to also be no. Never mind. I'm not going to go into all that, but anyway, suit takes aim. So I was going to lead into this. So everything's great about Pride Month, but I've heard a lot of conservatives talking about there's Jack Mormon. We got Mormons up here in Montana. Most are nice. Yeah, they probably came from Utah. You ever going to try to and rock climb? I would love to rock climb. New Mormon men want multi-husbands. What is that real, Raymond 11? Yeah, but the real based Mormons, the FLDS, they live out in the desert. They don't live in the city. Or they go to like Texas and live in the desert and stuff. And then they have their sister wives, their multiple wives, and all that stuff. But yeah, I was just looking at this whole thing. I've been hearing a lot of conservative pundits talking about two transgender inmates in California prisons getting pregnant. And I tried to find the story, and based off PolitiFacts, it's false. Which, of course, guys, I don't care what PolitiFact says, but I did find no, a trans woman did not pregnate another inmate in California. I did find because PolitiFact, that's Silicon Valley, far left, usually college students doing fact checks on social media posts. False. PolitiFact Truthometer. False. But then we go here. We got a news story from New Jersey. Continue without disabling. Two women, and this is from NewJersey.com news. Two women at New Jersey prison are pregnant after consensual sex between inmates, DOC says. It was consensual, but something sounds funny here. How do you... Oh, it's not going to let me read it all because I'm not a subscriber. Two women incarcerated at Edna Mahan Correctional Facility, the state's only female prison, have become pregnant after having sex with a transgender inmate in the women's prison. But it was consensual, so, But I have heard a lot of stories about California, and now there is a suit. I hate when they do this to me. I'm not blocking my thing. I'm not doing that either. Dang it, guys. I don't know if we're going to be able to read it. Already a subscriber. Allow ads. I'm not disabling my pop-up blocker. But basically, there's a suit at the law. It's Bill 132, I want to say, that allowed transgender people to choose which prison that they went to. This is the Los Angeles Times. They're whack. They won't let me do my thing. But so there's a big lawsuit over it. I believe it was Bill 132, and Yeah, but I've just been hearing a lot of people talk about inmates getting pregnant in California prisons. I couldn't find anything on that, but I did find it on New Jersey prison. But it's just crazy. This is Pride Month, guys. We're calling bee the seas. Bees are fish in California or something. I heard that bees are fish now. Where did I hear that? I heard that on Hannity today. In the car on the way home from work in the truck with my boss. Bees are fish. Yes, it's true. Which one can I read without my pop-up blocker thing going off? CNN usually lets me get away with it. So Lord Colin B is not lying. Allow our site. Get out of here. This is California bees can legally be fish and have the same protections a court has ruled. Transgender bees. Yo, these bees are fish now. They can identify as fish. A fishy ruling from California. A California court has ruled bees can legally be considered fish under specific circumstances. The ruling, released May 31st, reversed an earlier judgment which found bumblebees could not be found. It reversed this. Under California Endangered Species Act, the issue presented here is whether the bumblebee, a terrestrial invertebrate, falls within the definition of fish. No, it doesn't. It doesn't fall into the definition of fish. It's an insect. As that term is used in the definitions of endangered species in section 2062, threatened species. So to protect the bees, they're just going to call them fish now. That makes a lot of sense. Manatees. Hey, I've ridden on a manatee in Florida. It's illegal. No, I didn't. I never did that. I'm just kidding. But yeah, Lord Colin B's right. Hey, Cade Bennett, what's up? Name. Raymond 11's here. D. Melkin. All you guys found your way back. Thank you. We got shut down on the first go at the stream. We got shut down. YouTube on us like white on rice and a glass of milk and a paper plate in a snowstorm, baby. So, yeah, what else relates to... Well, this is something that relates to... I don't know what this relates to, but this is something Salt Lake City news that I wanted to touch on. Abortion exceptions should be for rape, incest, mother's health, and 46% of Utahns say. Now, this sounds good, guys, but this is the problem here. And I don't know how this pertains to Pride Month, but it doesn't. But, you know, we're slowly getting off the whole abortion thing, but not really, because it's always going to be a major issue. But this is the problem here. The mother's health. So what does this mean? What does the word health mean? What's the definition of health? Well, health could be medical health. It could be your physical health. It could be your emotional health. It could be your financial health. It could be your social health. So this word health, 46% of Utahns, you know, what they're thinking of when they see mother's health, they're thinking of medical emergencies where the mother's going to die if she has the child, which I still don't think abortion should be allowed in those situations, because any woman who is ready to be a mother and has sex and takes on the potential responsibility of getting pregnant and having to have a kid, she should be ready to give her life for her child. Unless she has multiple kids, then we start getting into deeper philosophical questions about if it's better to have the mother give her life to give birth to the baby. And if she has other kids that she's got to take care of, I can start to see an argument. But if she doesn't have other kids, if this is her first child, I would think any mother would willingly give her life to save her kid's life. But that's not the issue here. The issue is that when they say mother's health, that could mean financial health. So the woman says, look, I don't make enough money to take care of this kid. I'm paying my way through school right now. I can't afford it. It's going to damage my financial health. So she can get an abortion. What about social health? Well, she's not going to be able to see her friends. She's not going to be able to keep going to parties every weekend. She's not going to be able to, hang out with the girls. Social health. Emotional health. Well, she's got too much to deal with right now, and it's making her depressed, and she can't handle it, and she's afraid, and she's scared. Physically, everything's okay, but emotionally, her health is suffering. You see all the loopholes that this brings up? Because, people just see mother's health, and they think it's about physical health. But just something I saw relating to our lovely mayor here, Aaron Mendenhall, and Lady Irma. Let's check out chat. So we are recording. So I guess we're 40 minutes in now, even though we got interrupted 20 minutes in. Kind of whack. But let's get her off the screen. I haven't even checked my thing. I played the Biden clip. Maybe the Biden clip was what did it. Maybe they don't want me showing all the liberals that Biden used to hate Biden used to be a homophobe. Did you guys know that? If you weren't in the first 20 minutes of the stream, then you might not know that. But I did show a clip, and then we were quickly yoked off of the internet. I'll say. So we talked about the women's prisons issue, because it's Pride Month. It's Pride Month. We want to celebrate the women who go to prison and they are in cells with large transgender men who just say that they're women and get put into a women's prison, and we talked about the transgender bees changing to fish. That really definitely applies to Pride Month. I could see why that would be included in Pride Month. In fact, we're going to need a yellow-black stripe added to this flag right here, because we need something for the bees. And Utah is the beehive state. See how that ties in nicely? North Carolina saved the honeybee license plate is cool. Biden used to be a half-base boomer. Facts, Nugget Man. We played a clip of it, and I got yoked off YouTube. James, I don't know who that is. What's up, Nugget Man? How you doing? Lord Luca's in the chat still. Lady Irma, how you doing? Everybody stopping by. We lost a couple people, but most people have found their way back. So thank you guys for jumping back in here. What did I miss? LOL. Well, you missed me stream for about 20 minutes and then get shut down. And I'm not quite sure what it was that got me shut down. So I have to kind of tread carefully. But it could have to do with the fact that we're talking about Pride Month and how awesome it is. Amazing. It could be that we're talking about how Joe Biden used to not support gay marriage, and we played a clip of him saying it. I don't know. It could be because I said that one word that I made up. I made it up. I don't think that they would have got me for that, but I can't say it again because it happened right after I said that word. And I think it's a pretty funny word. But if you guys remember it, write it in chat. And you can figure out what it means. But what's up, Josh? How you doing? But yeah, so I think that's... Oh, we got one more thing to celebrate Pride Month that I did not find a clip of already. But everybody's been covering it. So the Dallas Pride Parade was off the chain this week. And all the conservatives were down there because all the conservative pundits, YouTube people, a lot of them have moved out to Texas. A lot of them went to Texas for the Pride Parade to cover it. So apparently there was this bar that at the time it was not a bar. It was just a venue. They opened it up and they did a drag queen show. And there were a bunch of little children there. And they were letting kids in. And these kids are giving money to and putting dollars, maybe not putting it in their G-string. Because, I don't know, they weren't doing that. But they were handing them money. And there's a giant sign that says, lick it before you stick it on the wall. And what up, Chauffeurax? Who remembers the word? Fill me in. Well, the word was homosexual, but I changed the sexual because that's a misnomer. We all know homosexual is a misnomer because they can't have sex. Like technically and grammatically, the word isn't real. It's not a real thing. There's no such thing as a homosexual because two of the same sex can't have sex. So it's not called homosexual. It's called homo blankamule, which is the word. that we're going to be talking about later when we talk about Sodom and Gomorrah. So I don't know. Maybe if I put them together, it sets off a dinger. But Sodom and Gomorrah is biblical. We're going to be talking about it, and yeah, we got 10 people watching. Everybody like the show. Drop a like on it. We don't have the thumbnail and we don't have the description anymore because all the time I put into doing all that stuff, I had to start a new stream. So it just says JS Urban Adventures live stream. I'll have to go back and change all that. But anyway, so yeah, Dallas Pride Parade was off the chain. And you know what's funny, guys? All these people, that clip I just showed from Salt Lake City of 70,000 people, 70,000 people in Salt Lake City Pride. Now just imagine New York, LA, San Diego, Dallas, how big those are. These people were scared to leave their house without a mask on less than a year ago. There was no Pride Parade for the last 2 years. There was some BLM riots. Maybe that's what got me in trouble talking about that. But there was no Pride Parade for the last 2 years. These people were scared to leave their house. And now 70,000 of them are packed butts to nuts. That's an expression which I shouldn't use in this context because it's kind of gross. But at the Pride Parade on top of each other, gosh, everything I say sounds way worse than it. But it is kind of that bad. Name, hi. Yeah, these people didn't leave their house 2 years ago, and now they're up in the piece. Chicago's Pride Parade is by far the scariest thing I've witnessed. Well, we're gonna find. Let's play some Fleckus. Well, this isn't even the same one that I've seen. Oh yeah. This is the one. We'll check this footage out from Fleckus. We'll skip through it. Just to celebrate Pride. It's not going to lick itself. Little kids.
So we just got done with the Drag Your Kid to Pride event at Mr. Mister in downtown Dallas, and I am here with
Noel.
Oh, he got an interview.
And what is your?
I think it was amazing.
Yo, this guy, I think he's like a correspondent for Fleckus because this is Fleckus channel, Fleckus Talks. Fleckus moved to Florida from California. I love Fleckus, but this is one of his like correspondents that does maybe like man on the street stuff for Fleckus. You see how he's doing the hand thing and he's kind of talking gay? That's fake. This guy's not gay. This guy's pretty based. But all the conservatives were outside of this event. They knew it was happening. John Doyle was there. John Doyle's a boss, and he was just letting them have it with a megaphone, and they're covering these children's ears and stuff. Elijah Schaefer was there. Who else was there? Everybody was there. Lots of people were there. And they were just standing outside, and the club wasn't letting them in. So the few people who we got inside had to be very undercover. And you got it. Middle initial, mine's G. Lord call me. Oh yeah, name's name is Josh Johnson too. I think. Didn't we establish that in a recent stream? But I don't think Josh was here. But I think we talked about that. And I said I have a friend named Josh Johnson because name's like I'm Josh Johnson. But so yeah, guys. So give this guy, a little break. This guy must have had to go way overboard, super undercover to the dirty dirt to get up in this piece and get an interview. Like he must have had fake credentials or something. I don't even know. But let's check this out.
Amazing. I never get to like perform in front of children. Like performing in front of children, I have like 6 other younger siblings. Never done.
What do you say to the conservative parents that wouldn't bring their children to an event like this?
They're normal?
Why? Here's the thing. I don't think that there is any kind of issue with exposing children to this because
you're a mutant.
If your child is in the community or you
in the community, what does that even mean?
The drag will lead children to do drag in the future in the long run?
Not if they don't want to do drag. I'm a gay man and I don't want to do drag.
So yeah, you
be
do.
what you are. We're not going to turn you into something else because you come and see this event.
Yo, that guy dresses up in his wife's clothes like every night, I promise you, and then he gets pegged.
Do you think exposing children to drag will result in more kids doing drag eventually?
Yeah, guys, I can't even.
But I think
look at this.
Drag builds confidence.
Do you think
guys, that's disgusting. I don't care who you are. I don't care who you are. That's disgusting. That's horrible. What the heck is happening in the world? What is going on for real, for real? Is there anything else? All it is just a bunch of... I mean... Oh, this is funny. Alex Stein. This is from Alex Stein. I saw this yesterday, but it's at the end of Fleckus's video.
From.
Do you like dancing for little children?
Alex Stein was there outside. They wouldn't let him in.
Dancing around for little children? Away from me. Don't you think that's disgusting?
Look at this guy.
Get the fuck away.
Hey, well, you can't just touch me. You don't think...
That guy's a boss. That guy came out. Yo, but yeah, Alex Stein was outside. Cassidy Campbell was there.
Me. Your mom's a bitch. Go on.
You don't think that's disgusting?
All right, that's enough of that, y'all. That's enough of that. All right, but yeah, so it's Pride Month in full effect. And we won't go into all this stuff every week for the rest of the month. Just this first month, we'll take a look at this stuff. It's whatever. It is what it is, but it's crazy. My kids cover their eyes and look embarrassed when Sean Connery kisses lady, and now we have this mess. Facts, dude. When I was a little kid and I saw movies with my parents and there was like a sex scene, even the makeout scene, I would feel uncomfortable around my parents. I didn't want to watch it with my parents. And of course, I'm a kid. If there's a sex scene, I want to see the sex scene, but not with my parents near me, first off. And I knew as a kid, if I saw two guys having sex, I would like throw up. So, but we've had conditioning through pop culture, through media, social construction. We've had people conditioned to be slowly more and more and more okay with this stuff till now. I know straight guys who will just randomly out of the blue turn gay. And I know why it is. It's because honestly, I like hanging out with dudes more than I like hanging out with women. And actually, now I'm not saying I'm gay, guys. I'm just saying I could understand it's probably easier to put up with another dude than a woman. And, if I mean, it gets kind of gross past that, but also what it most definitely is 100% is they're avoiding God's punishment. So God's promise, the rainbow they're flying, they stole that symbol. So we always say Satan can't create, he only imitates. So they take the rainbow, they imitate us, they take our symbol that God keeps his promises. What's that promise? That promise is that God's not going to destroy the world with a flood again. He's going to destroy it like he took out Sodom and Gomorrah. He's going to rain down fire and brimstone on this piece. So they're all flying the symbol that says we're about to get wiped off the face of the earth. And it's going to happen. And that's what we'll talk about in our third segment. But yeah, they're dodging God's punishment. They're dodging God's punishment because, God said women are going to be cursed with painful childbearing. They're going to have to suffer with painful childbearing, and then they're going to have to raise the children, and it's going to be a hard job. And men are cursed with having to put up with the women and provide for the women and the children, sweat from their brow, go to work every day, work their butt off just to provide for the women and the children. And unfortunately, in our economic state here in this country, we have to have two parents working, which we talked about last week. So we can't even, it's all trying to avoid God's punishment on mankind and trying to make ourselves gods. So, it's like, why am I going to have sex with a woman and potentially get her pregnant? I'm not going to give up sex, right? And I'm not saying me, I'm saying this hypothetical person, because I'm celibate, guys, for like 4 or 5 years. So I'm an incel all the way. But it's like, well, I don't want to take care of the child. I don't want to pay for the abortion, but I don't want to stop having sex. So I'll just have sex with people of the same sex as me. And they're easier to get along with because we're more similar. And boom. And then they want the marriage because of tax reasons. They want to make sure that they can get their couple's taxes for their house and for their, I don't know a lot about taxes and stuff, guys, but I'm pretty sure that's what that's all about, is tax purposes. Let's see what chat's saying. Worse than Frog Eyes. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. Just not right. Something is going on that's wrong. Kids looks defeated. Yeah, that kid looked, even though you couldn't really see his face because he had those bars over his eyes, he did not want to be there. He did not want to be there. Beto, the ultimate beta. Yep. And he saved the girl too. Wait. It's crazy. My kids covered their... Oh, yeah. Kiss the lady, and now we have this mess. And he saved the girl too. Next, there's going to be a porn parade, a porn pride parade, where parents are going to argue why you can't watch porn with their children. Well, I think in our lifetime, you're going to be called a bigot if you don't let your kid have sex with, if you don't let your 13-year-old kid have sex with a 30-year-old man, with a 30-year-old person. You're going to get called a bigot because that's ageist. That's discrimination. They're already trying to put the map. I've been saying it for 2 years. Everybody knows about the maps. And, lefties will still argue with you that, no, that's not happening. When I can pull you up college professors at these elite Ivy League schools, these educated experts saying maps, saying we need to start calling them we need to start calling them maps because it's more, less stigmatizing. We don't want to stigmatize it. We got to destigmatize it. The same thing, and all these things were in the DSM-5 at one point, and then we had to destigmatize it. We had to normalize it, and we let it slowly leak into culture, society, politics, government, schools, education, everything. And everybody's brainwashed. And it's ridiculous. And yeah, I feel like the fire and brimstone's coming, but we'll get more into cultures that have been destroyed by things like this in the third section. Let's play a song real quick, and then we'll jump into the second segment, which will be like we'll talk about Tulsa anniversary, and then we'll talk about some Facebook news. We got a lot of good stories, a lot of good Facebook stories. Let me find a song to play. Let me play some Samson. Let me get some Samson up in here. I like Samson. I need YouTube. But how's everybody doing? I'll read some chats here in a second. But yeah, and there's tons of videos of what I just showed. Lots of videos. Every YouTube conservative person. Oh, there it is. This one's awesome.
Every night before I go to sleep, I speak to the man.
Just a quick song, guys.
He helps get me through these trying
take a sip of my
times.
tea, read some chats.
As a mortal man, I put my life in your hands, cause I know you'll do everything to steer me straight. And because of that, a lot of people tell me that I'm wrong and they act like they're right. But
this guy's fire.
They smear your name, but I fear your reign. Some folks don't know how much you sacrificed, and when judgment day comes, they're gonna be sorry, cause they're all gonna have to pay a massive price. But I won't, cause I live for you. No matter how many of my
you do your taxes, right? From Kate Bennett.
Every step I make your name, that'll never change.
I don't make enough.
Easter's coming up.
Do you think that I can spend it with my loved ones?
Maybe open up the window, let the wind blow. Maybe circulate the air, mix it up some. No, I was kidding too. It's just a little joke, I would never disapprove. I already put the chair 6 feet apart and cut a little hole in my mask big enough to get my spoon through. Yup.
Got the Billy Ray Cyrus, the mullet. We're bringing the mullet back, boys.
I don't care if my brother, my father, my mother doesn't have it. If they don't, they can go next door. They're not welcome at my table.
Why would I?
If you've already had it, there ain't nothing you can tell me. This is fatal.
Why would I pay taxes in this current government climate?
I'm trying to keep my health stable.
No, I don't make enough money to have to pay taxes.
I love them to death, but they're gonna kill me if I let them in. Should I do it or
not?
And my friend keeps trying to convince me that he's fine because he's been vaccinated.
I don't get anything back either. I'm 1099 independent contractor. Maybe every quarter of the year there might be more.
Why would you ask questions at a time like this? I mean, I could loot a Nike store. I was talking about natural immunity, vitamin C and capsules of glutamine. water and exercise, going to the gym and eating healthy, zinc and potassium.
Ooh-wee.
He probably loves
That
Joe
mullet
Rogan,
is fire,
and
though.
that's why his views are inapt. I mean, fucking immune systems?
How stupid is that?
When have we ever relied on those? Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
What? Before 2020, don't be a dummy. You know that was such a long time ago. This is more than the flu, misfortune and doom. This is apples and oranges, a fork and a spoon. Just two different things that you can't even.
Did I ever tell you the story about how I invented the mullet?
Idiot.
No.
Doesn't watch the news. He probably does his own research. He's a doctor.
Let me know about it, Lord H. Sizzle. Lord H. Sizzle in the house.
I can't even talk to you.
Chauffeur X.
Have you not seen the SNL skits? Rest in hell. Piece of shit, don't even go there. I know you've heard the songs with Stephen Colbert.
Chauffeur X dropping a song.
Musicals on the late night shows. How could you not? And if you
I'll have to check it out, Chauffeur X.
I don't think that's what Fauci would want, huh? Nah, fuck the AIDS pandemic. That was
way back in the 80s, man. Forget it.
I don't care that you got everything wrong back then, too. This is like way damn different.
Tell me the story, Lord H. Sizzle. Tell me about that mullet invention.
I don't like to get into the technical shit. Just tell me how many more injections to get.
Gain of function.
That's just Republicans saying some dumb shit. I don't count that. Fuck it. It's not about how many mistakes you make. It's when you make a mistake and how you bounce back from it. And you're real fucking good at that. There's so many things that have come to light. You could probably do something horrible like kill a dog and nobody would even.
All right.
I don't mind if you butchered beagles. You can murder my grandma. I wouldn't look at it as evil as long as one of them doesn't do it with their careless actions. Maskless, ruthless people.
Come here.
It's like folks don't believe in you anymore. All the faith and the trust is gone. I don't care that you put
Skip's a legend.
deep in the ground. I always
Tell us more.
Alright, I'm done fucking around. Insanity is doing the same thing again and again and then expecting a different result. That's not the exact definition of the word. It was Einstein's, but it makes sense, so it holds. Look, if I was your fitness coach and I was giving you routines to get to your goals, but you kept getting fatter and you weren't getting thinner, would you keep paying for me to assist you? No. Or better yet, what if I was your physician and you came to me with a sickness and I'm supposed to fix it and I gave you a bunch of prescriptions and they didn't work over the course of 2 years? Would you find someone different? I think there's a good chance you would, and if you wouldn't, guess what? It's your choice, and that's the good thing about living in America, at least until now, you had a voice. This has been a pain in the ass for everybody. It's really been a bitch from the start, but how many times you gotta get fucked before you realize they don't have your best interests at heart.
Samson is fire. Lord Luca made me want to listen to some Samson, so my dog's sneezing. You okay, bud? You okay, bud? What you doing? What you doing, bud? You got treats? I'm just going to have to buy a few subs, blast this on my cruise. Have to buy a few subs and blast this on my cruise? Nice. So, Lord H. Sizzle, tell us how you invented the mullet, my friend. While I get these windows ready. Chauffeur Axe, I saw your thing. Name, play boats and hoes. Okay, Barrett, do you do your taxes? I pay sales tax. That's something. A 0, 100 equals business up front, party out back. 0 to 100. Business up front, party out back. That doesn't explain how you invented it. Raymond 11 will have a mullet after the Bears win the Super Bowl again. Wouldn't it be cool if I did a mullet? If I shaved top of my head and had dread mullet hanging out? That'd be pretty cool. Biden had an 80s mullet. All right, let me open up these windows right quick. And we can check out this stuff. So we're going to be talking about the 100-year anniversary of the Tulsa race riots. We have an actual Tulsa massacre. I'm going to show you how basically they had a commission to give reparations to the victims, and the guy in charge of Tulsa at the time, whose name is Kevin Matthews, Senator Kevin Matthews, was trying to get reparations for the people in Tulsa, so they renamed it from the Tulsa Race Riot, which it was, to the Tulsa Race Massacre, which it was not. Okay, yeah, these tie into that story, so we'll go here, and we'll go here, and then that will be the last bit. But get to laugh at my mayor again. So let's go. Let's read some chats. Name's the same. Dread mullet off the chain. Facts. Mullet like Samson. Hey, just could you show some of your artwork? My sketchbook, my drawing book is in a tote at a place where I lived like 2 places ago. I have a big tote filled with books because she kicked me out of her house when COVID started because she was old and she didn't want to catch COVID from me because I was out living life and stuff and going to work every day, and she didn't want me. I was basically renting a room in her house, and she kicked me out. So I spent my stimulus money on a van. All this stuff is on my YouTube channel, the van and all that stuff. But I couldn't fit all my totes in the van, so I left some at her house, and I haven't gone back to get them yet. So I got 1 tote filled with winter clothes, which I haven't had for the last 2 years. And I have 1 tote filled with books, and I think in there is my sketchbook with all my drawings. I got some pictures on my Facebook that I drew, but I don't want to pull them up right now. Sorry, D. Melkin. One day I'll get some of my drawings and sketches up here once I get that book. Name. When Stubborn One says his name, I say beep. Oh, yeah, that guy's name? Beep. Yeah, I forgot. I slipped. So, let's talk about Tulsa, guys. We had to commemorate the 100-year anniversary of the Tulsa race riots. We had an actual Tulsa massacre. So, gunmen who killed 4 at Oklahoma Medical Building had been a patient of a victim, police chief says. And I guess he was mad at his nurse or something. Let's watch this clip. This is from CNN. If it feels like playing. I don't know why it's not playing.
We are Tulsa, Oklahoma, another mass shooting. New details, 3 federal sources confirming to CNN that the gunman here in Tulsa, Oklahoma purchased the AR-15 style firearm.
It's an AR again.
The day of the shooting.
Now listen for his race.
911 call just shortly after 4:50 p.m. local time. They arrived on the scene shortly thereafter. The call was about a man with a rifle. And officers arrived to the St. Francis Hospital complex behind me. They heard gunshots that led them to the 2nd floor. They ran up there. As soon as they got there, the shooting suddenly stopped, police sources say. When the officers got into the area, they found the first victim, they found the next victim, and then they found the shooter, who apparently shot himself with a pistol. One person was shot at the center on the firearm at one point or so we're talking about a semi-automatic rifle and a semi-automatic pistol. But this
AKA
chaos.
AKA all the rifles and all the pistols, pretty much. Semi-automatic. It's semi-automatic. But you notice that you didn't hear his race at all mentioned. Which, I'm not saying that the race is important. I'm just saying if you're giving a description of a shooter, it might be important to know what they look like. How tall was he? Was he white? Was he black? And Washington Post, Louder with Crowder, went through and they showed it in Washington Post. Washington Post mentioned 3 shootings. They mentioned Buffalo, then they mentioned Oklahoma, and then they mentioned Uvalde. They mentioned all 3 of them, and they didn't say the race on 2 of them, but they did say the race on 1 of them. Guess which one they said the race on? Buffalo. Why would they do that? Well, probably because the shooter in this Tulsa shooting was black. He black. The shooter in the Uvalde shooting was brown. He brown. And the shooter in the Buffalo shooting was white. It's almost like it's not just one race doing this stuff. Like, it's a little bit of everybody. It's almost like it's not even racist at all. It's actually a mix. It's a mixture. And it's so funny, the people who, like Tony, who they think the Buffalo shooting was all about race. It was a racist shooting. Racist, white supremacist. The same people that say that think that it was about the freaking hydrogen car. I don't know anything about that theory, guys. I'm not going to push that theory or even talk about it. But if it was about the hydrogen vehicle thing not getting out there, then it wasn't about race. So which is it? But this Oklahoma shooting, 4 people were killed, so it does qualify as a mass shooting by any criteria that you go off of. And it happened on the 100-year anniversary of the Tulsa Race Riot. Now, if you Google Tulsa Race Riot, you're not going to find anything. Everything says Tulsa Race Massacre. But if you look into the Tulsa Race Massacre, now they'll start talking about Black Wall Street, which is a different thing, which is also really stupid. I think that was actually a government op. And I'll explain that in a second. But basically, left somewhere between 30 and 300 people dead. But we do have the numbers. It was 26 people. Let's read a little bit about it. It occurred in Tulsa, Oklahoma, beginning in 1921, lasting for 2 days. Somewhere between 30 and 300 people dead. That's a big estimate, guys. When we're talking about dead bodies, 30 and 300, it's actually closer to 26. Mostly African Americans, and destroyed Tulsa's prosperous black neighborhood of Greenwood. How prosperous was it? Known as the Black Wall Street. More than 1,400 homes and businesses were burned. Nearly 10,000 people were left homeless. Tulsa Race Massacre was barely mentioned in history books until the late 1900s when a state commission was formed to document the incident. Maybe it wasn't in the history books because it really wasn't that big of a deal. Maybe it wasn't in the history books because it wasn't a race massacre. And maybe it wasn't in the history books because this commission was formed specifically to get reparations for victims who were now 100 years old and their families who had nothing to do with it, right? We'll go into that in a second. But Dick Rowland. So yeah, Dick Rowland. Also, this is not Emmett Till. So today, I think on Hake Report, they were saying Emmett Till. This Emmett Till has nothing to do. Emmett Till was lynched for, I can't remember. I think he was lynched. They thought he raped a girl. I can't say that word. I think he was lynched for doing the R word. Don't read this. Hold on one second. Let me catch the chat up. I'm not sure who you're talking about. Name. You're talking about that guy. Yeah, I really don't care about that guy. I could really care less. Any of those guys that like trash talk like that, if they ever want to jump up on my show and they can interrupt the story, I'll pull up Discord. My Discord was in the description, but the stream got taken down, so the Discord's not in the description right now. But I'll let them come up in my Discord and I'll roast them and I'll destroy them in any sort of debate because none of them are that smart. So, yeah, and so anyway, 100 year, So Dick Rowland was the one that whistled at a girl in an elevator. So here's what happened, guys. And don't let them combine Black Wall Street with the Tulsa Race Riots, because the Tulsa Race Riots, because this guy Dick Rowland was an elevator operator and accused of assaulting a white, or no, he wasn't. She was the elevator operator, Sarah Page, and Dick Rowland whistled at her. And then supposedly, well, they say that possibly he touched her, something like that. But basically what it boils down to is there's two sides of an argument, right? This side supports this guy because they think he's innocent. This side supports the young lady because they think she was sexually assaulted. So the two sides get mad at each other, and they happen to be white and black, and they fight and they battle. 26 people died. Here we go. When the massacre ended on June 1st, the official death toll, now look at this. The official death toll was recorded at 10 whites and 26 African Americans. Now, that's not a race massacre. That's a battle, and one side lost. Sorry about it. One side won and one side lost. But it's funny, they have the official death toll right here, but then you scroll up to look how misleading this is. You scroll up here, somewhere between 30 and 36 and 300 people dead. But they have the official death toll right here. Many experts now believe at least 300 people were killed. So they just kept boosting up that kill count. They just kept boosting up that number. And then we get the chairman of the 1921 Tulsa Race Massacre Centennial Commission, State Senator Kevin Matthews, comments on Friday, May 28, 2021 in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Anyway, he organized this thing, I think, in 2018. And it was basically a commission that they put together to research and investigate into the Tulsa massacres and get reparations for the surviving people, which there was like 3 surviving. Who the heck is that? There's like 3 surviving people, and they're all between like 100 and 110 years old, right? And this guy organized to get them reparations, and their families who weren't involved at all, and other people who were just trying to get money for people. So they renamed it the Tulsa Race Massacre instead of the Tulsa Race Riots. So now when you Google Tulsa Race Riots, you're not going to find anything. They all have renamed it Tulsa Race Massacre. And let's listen to this guy. He sounds like Jesse Jackson right now, so or dip in and see what he has to say.
First, this weekend was not
to God. Pray to God. This weekend
commemorating a tragedy and the resilience of a community and the repeated attacks that happen to us. There are many wonderful events happening here this weekend.
I really don't care about this, guys. I just wanted to show this guy, Senator Matthews. And you better believe that Jesse Jackson, Benjamin Crump, the ambulance chaser, the what's it called, the Congressional Black Caucus, all of them were involved in this stuff. Tulsa Race Massacre survivors push for reparations. See, so this is why they're changing history, and we see them constantly rewriting history with the 1619 Project, and just constantly everything's changing. The evil white man with the slavery. When meanwhile the Africans started the slave trade, and they still have more slaves than ever in the history of the world in Africa right now. So, but it's the evil white supremacists we got to worry about, right? So we have a commemoration of the Tulsa race riots with an actual Tulsa massacre. One other thing is, as far as Black Wall Street and the bombings, so people actually believe that these white farmers in Oklahoma who have single-engine Cessnas that they use to crop dust their crops, these things can't fly at high altitude. They can't hold a lot of weight. They can't tow a lot of weight. They're made specifically to crop dust the crops, right? People think that these farmers just happened in the year 1921. They just happened to have a cache of bombs, and they put those bombs onto their crop duster, and they dropped the bombs on their own city. And people believe this. People believe that this happened when, look, over the next 2 days, mobs of white people looted and set fire. Many of the mob members were recently trained, returned World War I veterans, trained in the use of firearms, and said to have shot African Americans on sight. Some survivors even claimed that people in airplanes dropped incendiary bombs. Guys, if any bombs were dropped out of planes, that was the government. I believe it was Theodore Roosevelt who was the president at the time of this. So you can talk to him about it. Maybe I'm wrong about that. I can't remember. I looked it up at some point. But ask the president at the time if you want to know why bombs were dropped, because a crop duster can't drop a bomb. They don't just have bombs chilling in their barn that they can put on their crop duster and go drop on a building. So there you go. That's that. And then we got, but due to all these shootings, then we go into New York set to raise age to purchase semi-automatic rifles. And of course, in the picture, they show you an AR-15, big scary black rifle with a bunch of attachments. But a semi-automatic rifle is anything. Is anything except for a pump action shotgun or a, how's that called when you do it like that? One of those. So it's basically just a rifle that shoots. And raising age to purchase them to 21. I mean, it's not a huge encroachment. Florida has this. Utah's currently working on this. I think it's stupid. They say it's common sense gun law, common sense gun reform. But if you can go to war and fight for your country at 17 years old, then you can have a gun. And they say, but you can't drink until you're 21. Yeah, but when I have a gun, I don't lose all of my faculties and get in a vehicle and kill 20 people, standing outside. When you're on alcohol, you have no control of yourself. So I agree that alcohol 21. In Utah, you can't buy tobacco till you're 21, which I think that's kind of dumb. If you're going to kill yourself with cigarettes, you might as well start at 18. You can kill yourself in the military. But the reason alcohol is 21 is because you could kill other people with alcohol on accident. A gun, you can't kill anybody on accident. I mean, I guess you could if you're an idiot and you're like playing with it with somebody in front of you and it's low, like something like that, an accident could happen. But even that isn't really an accident. That's somebody being an idiot. You can't just, your gun that you have in your safe isn't just going to accidentally kill somebody. So let me catch up on the chats. Well, let me finish this last one. So New York set to raise the age. And then in Salt Lake City, we're going to watch this clip real quick. And then I will catch up on these chats, guys. So this is my mayor again, Aaron Mendenhall. And then at the end, we're going to see a new guy named Derek Kitchener. He's running for Senate here in Utah, in Salt Lake City. He's the biggest beta. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Wait till you guys see this. Check this out. Hold on. I can't. I don't have sound. Why don't I have sound? Hold on, guys. We got technical difficulties here. I can't get sound to go. Let me try to refresh it. Why won't it let me click this? It won't let me get sound. Oh, there we go. It's an effort to reduce. Okay, we got sound. Let's listen.
The first gun buyback program that we've organized since the 1990s.
$50 gift certificate. You get a $50 gift certificate for your $300 gun.
Guns from people who no longer want them.
Gun buyback, Salt Lake City. It's not mandatory. It is elective.
Salt Lake City Mayor Aaron Mendenhall was joined by state and local leaders to announce a gun buyback program.
Gun violence is not rare in this country.
It's not rare in your city.
Community leaders met at the International Peace.
And then there's one of the ambulance chasers.
You can't go to the grocery store.
Reverend France Davis, Salt Lake City Racial Equity and Policing Commission. You guys see that? We here in Salt Lake City, thanks to our Marxist mayor, we have a Racial Equity and Policing Commission. Racial Equity and Policing Commission. Does that not sound like a big old pile of Marxism just flopped right in your lap? Reverend France Davis. This guy is a reverend, and he's in charge of the Salt Lake City Racial Equity and Policing Commission. This is a real thing here in this city, guys. And they're doing a gun buyback program. Beta bow tie. Facts. Beta bow tie.
Beta.
Yup.
She never leave me, she's so down. I hang with capitalists, don't bring the broke round.
Some soundboard. All right. How about new, said Lord H. Sizzle. Can't lose with 22, said Colin B. Check out my new Pew Pew. Nugget Man talking to D. Melkin. Keep them well hydrated. Talking about how to grow some plants. Resilience of a community. How much better did the community really get? I got to catch up. Looky here. Eblat. Smash that like. Facts. Name. Ignore it. Yep. JS would roast those guys. Go to. Yeah. No, it's not who he is. Okay. We're talking about that guy. I feel the same. Black Wall Street. And now we got rap groups named Black Wall Street. It couldn't be that bad if we got rappers and naming themselves after it, right? Doesn't matter if you black or white. They did. Yep. Facts. Hey, I got to run, guys. All right. Later. Name. Got burgers in the barbecue. Nice. They had an amazing KFC and Popeyes. Talking about Black Wall Street, the crop duster dropped incendiary bombs on the KFC and the Popeyes. Resilience of a community, scary loud noises, bolt action or lever action. Oh, you're talking about what the non-semi-automatics would be? Yep. Thanks, Nugget Man. Beta bow tie. It's all a show. She's so giddy after just crying. Oh, wait till you see this last guy, though. Reverence France Davis equals Colonel Sanders negative. Facts. Only blasted a few deer and turkeys. Turned out just fine. Only shot 3 of his friends. Okay, calm down, guys. Calm down. Calm down. Let's finish listening to this. Wait till you see this last guy, Derek Kitchener, running for Senate in Salt Lake City. This guy is a beta.
There's no place you can go and feel safe.
There's no place you can go and feel safe in Salt Lake City. That's not true. I feel safe everywhere in Salt Lake City.
But they don't do me any good.
Even at Pride Parade, when I'm the only straight guy in 1,000 miles.
In Salt Lake City, people can voluntarily turn in firearms and get a gift card.
This is a no questions asked, no ID
She looked like a man.
The event is planned for next Saturday at the Salt Lake City Police Department. Mayor Mendenhall believes it can help.
You get a $50 gift card.
It's worked in other parts of the country, and it's definitely worth a try. We were able to raise an incredible amount of money in a short amount of time, which also shows, I think, the interest and the momentum.
You get a gift certificate to dang Dick's Sporting Goods.
I could use $50 in my pocket.
You hear that? Gas prices are high, so I could use a $50 gift certificate in my pocket. Not if it's a gift certificate to Walgreens. You can't get gas with that lady. She black. She don't know. But $50, dude, there's no gun that costs $50. Is there? I don't know guns a lot, guys, but I'm pretty sure guns are more expensive than $50. Like all of them. Even a high point, even the crappiest pistol you can buy from the pawn shop, you're probably going to spend more than $50. And what? And if I bring 3 of them, do I get 3 $50 gift certificates? Oh, my Lord. Dude looks like a serial killer with those glasses. Joe Biden gave the Taliban all our tech and weapons. Yeah, but I think Bush already did that too. I think they had a lot of it anyway. And also they work with China, and China is reverse engineering all of our stuff. And China secretly owns us. So I think, Joe Biden, I don't think he could give much of anything to anybody. But yes, he did abandon our equipment and some troops and some emissaries over there in Afghanistan. We lost 13 soldiers because of it. So good job, Biden. But that wasn't him, guys. You can't blame him. That guy can't even change his own depends. So you got to blame his handlers. And we don't know who they are. It's probably not even Kamala and Pelosi probably has a hand in it, Schumer, but it's probably rich people. We don't know how much we can trust Elon yet. Shout out elongated muskrat, but hopefully he can get us on the right track and he's not the Antichrist. But look at that pantsuit. Look like someone painted it on her. Yeah, this is our racial equity commission in policing. Or some crap. Oh, here's Derek Kitchener. This guy. So let's see him. He's going to talk next.
Human Rights Commission says it could help.
Super beta.
The Salt Lake City Police Department says last year more than 40 guns were reported stolen.
My firearms start off at $250 million a piece. Spats. Yo, when they have the gun buyback, be like, yo, my gun's $250 million each. Buy it back. Because once you get that kind of money, 4613 by Samson. Yep, exactly. Exactly, Lord Luke. I love that song too. Yep. I thought of the same thing. Tying back to Samson like a pro. We're doing these tiebacks. This American don't want to buy back firearms. At my price, they can kick rock. If they don't want to buy it, yeah. Make you rich. I'll give up. Well, I don't have guns, but if I had guns, I would give them up for $250 million. That's my price. Because then you're rich enough to just go buy a tank. You can get a Master P gold-plated tank. Making bank, slinging Cubs game tickets. Lord H. Sizzle here. Lord H. Sizzle going to have to get me some beats.
those that actually do.
I don't know who this lady is. Oh, the Human Rights Commission. Some more Marxist gobbledygook. Some more,
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
It's focusing on people that don't know.
All my guns left into the lake. All my guns fell into the lake. Fact. A tragic boating accident. We all lost our weapons in tragic boating accidents.
The parents of Utah.
Listen to this, guys.
Do something about gun violence. And the children of our state are counting on us to do something. Their leaders.
Senator Derek is proposing to raise the age to buy a gun.
Did you see that? Hold on, we're gonna watch that one more time, guys. One more time. What do you think? You think sincere? Not sincere? Beta? Alpha? What do you think? Let me know in chat about Derek Kitchener running for Senate here in Salt Lake.
The parents of Utah expect their leaders to do something about gun violence. And the children of our state are counting on us to do something. Their leaders.
Senator Derek Kitchen is proposing to raise the age.
Oh, he is a senator. Maybe he's running again. This guy's already a senator. What the? Good old Norm. Looks like Adam Silver. Luca, I went to the redneck barber one day and sat down in the chair. Then after mulling it over, I changed my mind halfway through. Got up and left. Oh, that's how you invented the mullet? Good joke. After mulling it over, changed my mind halfway through, got up and left. That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, so we got our police equity commission. We got Derek Kitchener crying. Their leaders. Need to do something. Beta. Yep. I agree, Jesse. I agree. Beta. Facts. So, but that's it for the, so that all tied together with the Tulsa stuff. You know, all these shootings, you know, they're coming for the guns. It's happening right before our eyes. I do have some cool Facebook news. Some actually decent, good stories for once. It's kind of interesting. The problem is, how do I find them? While we bring up this Facebook news, let's take a look at this. I love watching these JCS and interrogation videos. This guy is a hoot, a nanny. This guy is classic. This dude's a beast. Check this guy out. Yo, this dude right here. Y'all gonna love this guy. Hold on. Have anybody seen this?
I know the cops' twisted little pathetic rule game. And actually, sometimes I like to think that I invented the rule book.
Yo, this kid is a legend. So let me give you a little backstory. Because these videos are long and I can sit and watch. I'll sit and listen to the whole thing. This is 3 hours and 27 minutes long, and I've watched all of it like twice. So basically, we'll come back to 123, but basically it's this girl got mad because she was dating an older guy, and her dad told her you can't be with the older guy. So she and her boyfriend, the older guy, who is this guy, that's her boyfriend. Basically, they went into Dad's house while Dad was sleeping. They had the other guy that we just saw talking, who we're going to go to. He's the star of this whole thing, even though he did the least. He was really just the driver. Of course, he was still charged. But the girl and this guy are the actual masterminds. Basically, this guy killed the girl's father with a baseball bat, beat him repeatedly in the face while he was sleeping, and killed him. And then they just took the body, put it in the dad's car, drove it down the street, threw the body out of the car, rolled it down the hill, left the car there, and started walking. And they got picked up down the road. Like, and the other guy is like serious, like delusional, schizophrenic, psychotic guy. But he's also he calls himself the protector, and he keeps telling the cops, I run a protector business where I protect runaways. And while the cops are interrogating this guy and the girl, they just leave the other guy in the room alone, and he just tells the whole plan. He lays everything out, talking to himself. He's just sitting there talking to himself, having a conversation, and he tells them everything they need to know. It's so legendary. Bro, this dude wrapped them both all up. And he's like, I created the rule book. I invented reverse psychology. This dude's wild. He got a jawline for the next Batman movie. A beta jawline. Okay.
It's either vocalizing an imagined dialogue or hearing someone who's not there. If the latter is true, this could be an auditory hallucination, meaning that Russell is hearing something non-existent.
Sorry, it's loud, guys.
This, coupled with his delusions, would strongly indicate that he is in a state of psychosis.
Oh, he's in a state of psychosis.
Individuals commonly reference the word psychotic when they see others acting in an aggressive, unusual, unstable, or other abnormal manner. But the technical definition involves issues with reality testing, distinguishing between what is objectively real.
By reverse psychology, making you look like the lunatic. We can play it the easy way or the hard way.
These are called
talking nice. You got two choices.
These are called delusions of grandeur. Basically, he thinks he's like a mastermind genius right now, but he's talking to the camera and the microphone, spilling out the whole plan. And he's like, I demand you bring Gavin and whatever the girl's name is. I demand you bring them back here and put them in my custody because, well, she can't go back into her father's custody. What? Is that donning armor? Hey.
One, put a bullet through my head. Or two, for all the evidence that I gave you guys, right there on a silver platter, right there, down to the last detail. Not one thing
He taps his fingers impatiently. Hey, I love that. Hey.
A whole list, step by step by step. Even a third grader could read how easy that was.
Yeah.
For one,
we're going to go for like another
is
minute.
Still technically a minor.
Russell is speaking to the officers in a condescending tone and looking at a non-existent watch. He's under the delusion that because he has confessed every detail of the crime step by step, they owe him something now.
They owe him because
he... You want to play hardball? I played baseball when I was younger. I wouldn't go there. And I know everything that I'm saying is being recorded, and I'm doing it on purpose.
Oh, he's clever.
I can easily turn the speaker off and rant, and then you guys will come in thinking I'm a loony because you don't hear me. Here's the thing.
No, we think you're a loony.
With the donut fetish.
Oh, roasting the cop. Sorry. He was a bench warmer. Technically, this is not a silver platter. This is most likely a stainless steel table. Great. He skipped all the workout days. The next Riddler, facts. Yo, we got Riddler and Batman up in this interrogation. Alexa, play Abracadabra. Yeah, that's the Alexa right there. He turns it off a couple times. This thing's long. He talks for a while. This dude's wild. It's so funny. You guys should watch this one. It's called The Craziest Interrogation You'll Ever See. And it is pretty crazy. The girl's funny too, because the girl's just like totally lying. She lies about her name. She lies about her age. She lies about everything. And the cop's just like, we already have all this information on you. Batman about to slam his head into the table. Get the pencil.
Give a cop a donut and he'll want a coffee to go with it. Give a mouse a cookie, and he'll want a glass of milk. Give a moose a muffin, and he'll want something else.
Give a moose a muffin? Who says that? Who says give a moose a muffin?
Here's my favorite one. What is it when a cop car is towed by a tow truck? Pulled port.
When the officers don't respond to his threats, Russell begins making police jokes and using police stereotypes. He continues on his narcissistic rant and delusions of having control and...
That's the other guy.
The bathroom before you walk through the front room.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to keep the bath for myself.
Okay.
That's the guy who killed the dad. Yeah, but these interrogation videos are awesome, guys. You could just listen to them like while you're working or something. You don't really have to watch because it's not entertaining to watch. Sometimes it is because they're funny looking people, but check those out if you haven't. But definitely drug induced. Skip grooming him. I thought it was a coaster. No, that's the mic. What is sizzle? Yeah, and that guy was 22. The girl is like 15. The boyfriend is 17 or 18. And that crazy guy, this guy, is 22. So he's the oldest of the three of them. And he tells cops, I have a protection business where I basically protect runaways. And yeah, it's a good thing they got him the cops got him when they did, because he probably, I mean, I don't know. He probably would have done some other crazy stuff if they would have. I don't know why they ditched the car. Their plan was to go to California, whatever. We're not going to try to figure out crazy people's motives, but now we got some fun Facebook news, some good stuff, and then we'll get into the end of the show. Hour 20, we're at an hour 40. So here's some Facebook news. Some of this stuff is negative, but a lot of it's good news. This should not be in here. Okay. Elon Musk tells Tesla employees to return to office full-time or depart company. So basically, quote, Elon Musk said the economy looks like it's going to be super bad. Super bad. Like worse than it is now. It's going to get much worse. And he said basically all of his employees could be at the desk for 40 hours a week, in the office 40 hours a week, or get another job. Get out. No more part-time. No more working from home. No more doing your little internet job because, you know, what you got into, your gravy little sweet, sit in your house in your pajamas all day job because of COVID. No more of that. You got to be in the office 40 hours a week or you get another job. And that's based. Elon Musk is based, you know. And then we got, so this one is kind of a negative one. LA hospital stabbing. 3 Encino medical workers seriously hurt. Suspect in custody. I don't really want to look too much into that, but there was a stabbing at a hospital. There's the gun buyback in Salt Lake City. But then we got a good one here from Breitbart. Let's watch this. Check this out. So these guys rescue this kid who falls in a pool. It's pretty.
Xavier Rigney slipped
pretty cool.
into the water at this Lawrence apartment complex. It would be 3 minutes and 22 seconds before help arrived.
The call-in question comes in.
You can get involved. 888-JS-URBAN-ADVENTURES.
So the things that run through our head are just trying to get there in a hurry.
But before responding
check it out.
To get there, Tom
Hero.
Westerhouse jumped
See,
into
that's a
action
hero.
After his 12-year-old son Maddox saw
it's
the
really
child and alerted him. He performed CPR.
It's really not even like heroic.
41 seconds.
Well, the CPR, the fact that he knows CPR is awesome. Jumping in the pool to save the kid, anybody would do that. Anybody would do that. And it's very awesome that he was there and saw it and was able, and that he had the know-how to do the CPR to save the kid. Look at, I don't even want to look at that because that kid's.
Years ago as a lifeguard.
Definitely went.
He did CPR for like 2 minutes and he revived the kid. So this guy's based
Didn't realize that
Kansas. This guy's cool.
This is Xavier.
And there's the kid.
8 days later, he was reunited with Xavier and met his mother for the first time. She said she was helping her 4-month-old when she realized Xavier, who has autism, was gone and the door was open.
Anything can happen in a matter of minutes.
Good story. Good feel-good story.
He's okay now, and he's my best friend, so I don't know what I would do without him. Sorry.
Responders say.
So that's pretty awesome. So we got a good news story there. What else we got? We got another one. I'm not even going to read this one. Man who faked death to avoid child R charges gets 85 years in prison. That's not a good story. So this has to do with the other one. Elon Musk to cut 10% of Tesla's workforce over super bad feeling about the economy. 100 people poked with needles at European nightclubs. Clubs plural. So this is multiple nightclubs. This just goes with the whole gun thing that they're worried about. guys, you could do so much more damage in a crowded club. Well, I don't want to say it like that. I gotta reword how I say this. A knife could cause more collateral damage, and the person wielding the knife could get away more easily in a club, because you could just walk around, zit, shank, and then dip. Nobody knows who it was. People are drunk and all on drugs, and then they just got stabbed up 8 times, and the person's disappeared into the crowd. Same thing with a needle. You could have a needle with some fentanyl in it, and you could just walk around, get them. People could die. So, whenever anybody tells you the gun violence, America's gun violence problem, no, don't. Come on. UK tried to ban SUVs. Come on, guys. A needle, who knows what was in that needle? Hundreds of people poked across France. More than 300 people have reported being pricked out of the blue with needles at nightclubs or concerts in recent months. Well, don't go to freaking nightclubs or concerts, maybe, Doctors and multiple prosecutors are on the case, but no one knows who's doing it or why, and whether the victims have been injected with drugs. And it was funny, this was on Facebook. Everybody's response was the same. I guess we're going to need some common sense needle control. We're going to need some needle reform laws over there in France. But, so yeah, that's not a feel-good story. But then we got some more feel-good stories, guys. We got a couple of them. Check this out. Dog swims for several miles, finds way home after falling off the shrimp boat in Galveston Bay. Guys, this dog. What's up, chat?
Now to a story that you will see only here on Fox. Monster. That's what
Fox.
you see
Monster.
Monster's back home safe tonight after an intense adventure.
Falling off her dad's boat Thursday and having to
Look
swim
like Crazy
to
Dead Kid
shore,
from Pet
eventually
Sematary.
Found
Come back to your
days
phone,
later.
JS.
Fox 26 photojournalist Darlene Janik Ferris bringing
Pet
us
Sematary is
Monster
creepy
story.
as a mug. I still don't trust Elon from Raymond 11. Elon is Skynet from Lloyd B. Encino Man, solid movie. I don't know if I've seen that.
According to my GPS, I think she swam between 5 and 6 miles. 4, 5, 6 miles.
That dog swam 5 or 6 miles. He fell off the shrimping boat, swam 5 or 6 miles through the bay, back to his house, dude. This story is legendary. This is the type of story you want to see, right?
No jumping.
Yo, Bubba Gump.
And we were just headed back to the dock.
Bubba Gump up in this piece.
Regular old thing, and she's always done. She just like
shrimp stew, shrimp salad, shrimp gumbo, shrimp kebab, shrimp sandwich, fried shrimp, grilled shrimp, barbecue shrimp, shrimp a la mode. What's chat saying? Nightmare inducing. Pauly Shore is greater than slow Biden. Yo, Pauly Shore would be way better president than Joe. Skip, get the floaties. Making a filter. Not the right technique to CPR a child, though, says Nugget Man. Well, it worked. I think I know what you mean. I think I've seen the thing where it's like, for small kids, you use one fist, and then bigger, you use two. Or no, it's like fingers, then fist, then 2 fists. I think I know what you're talking about, but it worked. He saved the kid's life, so that was awesome. Thank God. Waiting under the water with a snorkel. A little grinded. What the? Oh, White. Save the children from Lord Luca music. Had to fill in for stubborn one. Oh, dropping the jokes. Europe just feels gay. No, Europe, they don't play around too much with the gay stuff in there because it's Europe-stan. Londistan does not play with the gays because the majority is Muslim. And yeah, the politicians in England can't even speak out against it. They can't even fly their own flag because it has the cross. I forget what that cross is called, but the British flag has a cross on it. It's called something. And they can't even fly it because it's hate speech against the Muslims to fly a cross on a flag. And they can't go against the Muslims. because they run everything there. Jenny, dang, first it was Jenny, now the dog. Yeah, Jenny. No, Forrest's the one that jumped off the boat. Lieutenant Dan, I got you some ice cream. Lieutenant Dan, ice cream. I love Forrest Gump, dude. Country is falling apart. Fox, hey, look at this nice dog. Facts nugget, man. Fox says, look at this dog just swam across the dang ocean. You know, the thing is, Joe Biden, sometimes I would sit in a pool and let my leg hairs float up, and Corn Pop was a bad dude. All right. Forrest Gump, love them Dr. Peppers. Facts. I want organic Dr. Pepper in a bottle. Is that a real thing, Lord Luca Music? Maybe you should just invent it. That's a good impression, Broseph. It was more like an Obama impression. I just kind of did like a more decrepit Obama. I don't have a good Biden. Maybe if I listened to him talk for a little while, I could work on one, but I don't have a good Biden. That day, Lieutenant Dan made peace with God. Forrest Gump, the book was way different. Jenny, we go together like peas and carrots. There's a book for Forrest Gump. I did not know that. I thought Steven Spielberg invented all that. Bubba Gump is Earl's cuh, twice removed. Once by family, second by friendly fire. Dr. Thunder is whack. Good idea, Lucas. Let's finish listening to this.
Goes back there and barks at the birds. And
Lieutenant Keith Kiwi.
You know, we got to where we're going to load the net up on the back of the boat.
What is this guy saying?
And,
what is this guy saying? You know what? This guy sounds like that caller that calls into Hague's show. He was like the last caller today. I just want to go that should jump off the dang boat and my dumb also he just swam across the dang bay.
She always goes back there and grabs the net and starts pulling on it, you know. And when she wasn't there with a normal procedure, and I said, "Where's she at?" It was in the middle of a bay, pretty much, you know. I mean,
why don't you turn around and get her?
4 or 5 miles from any type of land. My heart just fell. I mean, I just couldn't even speak. But I turned around and I got my GPS coordinates and stuff, and I said, we're gonna find her.
We're gonna find her.
Down the coast.
Well, you didn't find her. She swam 7 miles home. Thank God. But you didn't find her. I mean, I guess if you don't notice right away that you're not gonna find a dog in the ocean unless it has a GPS tracker on it. Mm-hmm. I killed him with a sling blade. Some call it a Kaiser blade. Mm-hmm. I like biscuits and mustard. Mm-hmm. I killed a man with a sling blade. You can call it a Kaiser blade. I call it a swing blade. Mm-hmm. Jeff from Louisiana. Is that his name? That's who that sounds like. Louisiana. Way down yonder on Chattahoochee. It gets hotter than a hoochie coochie. All right. So yeah, that's a real good story. Great story. Dog swam 7 miles. Awesome. And then we got, this isn't really a feel-good story, but it's just interesting. Have you seen these invasive grasshopper species? Yo, when I was a kid, these things were everywhere, and I hated them. It's like a grasshopper, guys, but way bigger and way scarier looking. And they got prickly things all over their legs, and they're nice, but they also got mandibles that look like a dang horror movie. Like giant mandibles. That's a word. Google it. Mandibles. They got giant mandibles, and they got tibulas on their phalanges. It's a mess, and they're giant. And when you step on them, they crunch loud. But anyway, I always called them locusts. We called them locusts when I was a kid in Florida, and I grew up near Tampa. That's why I follow Tampa news, because my family all lives there. And so I know these things very well, and I hated them. They freaked me out. But you know, as I got older, I got to where I could hold them and stuff. But it just feels creepy to hold them. Dragon hopper, you call them dragon hoppers, but apparently an invasive grasshopper species is eating up gardens and landscapes across Tampa Bay. They're also known as El Diablo or the devil in Spanish because they can cause so much damage. Yo, the devil coming. The children of the lie. That's their daddy right there. El Diablo. Look at them mandibles, though. You see that action? That's some serious mandible action. Look at that. That thing will chomp you. It won't actually chomp you. It'll just chomp the grass. But yeah, fun story. Was Chet saying about that? Murder hornets. I don't know, man. These things are scarier looking than murder hornets. Murder hornets just like a big wasp. These things are scary looking though. These things are scary looking though. All right, we got anything? I think we got. we got a couple more. I've read all this stuff. Yeah. This is old stuff. And we got a black bear in Haines City. I don't know where Haines City is. What the heck is that? Dang, fish your pant, girl. Anyway, we got a black bear walking around in the city. Haines City, Florida. Video has no sound. There is no sound for this, guys. But it's just a black bear chilling in the city in Florida. Hold on, let me move this. Walking through the dang city. This is due to all the cloud seeding and all the weather being screwed up and droughts and things like that. The animals are coming out of the forest. I don't know what this video is. Get this out of here. I don't know who that lady is. That's a whack prank video. But all the animals. So we saw a turkey in downtown Salt Lake City not too long ago. They're coming down from the mountain because of droughts and stuff. It's too... And the heat and the cloud seeding, they got to move. So they're coming into the city, guys. So on top of inflation, high gas prices, grasshoppers eating your garden, bees identifying as fish, you also got to worry about bears, lions, tigers, and bears just running up in your house. And they're going to take the guns. So what you hiding in that browser? Nothing. I clear my browser out before the show. I have the window so you can't see it because it's messy. I don't like it. But yeah. Plus, sometimes even if you haven't looked at anything bad, the browser will just automatically recommend stuff to you. If I start to type YouTube, it's going to think I'm starting to look for something else. And I'm not. I promise. That black bear about to smash and grab the Walmart. He black. He black. Hey, that bear is black. So he... Oh, God, chap. Just what you hiding in that browser. Chemtrails like 90 going north. We got the chemtrails. They're taking the guns. We got the animals coming up in our front yard, even when we live in the city. Like, people in the country would be used to that. They would know how to handle it. But when you get a bear walking around the dang rooms to go, yo, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. That bear going up into Outback Steakhouse, you're going to be eating people. For real. He black bear. Black bear starting some mess. Facts. All right. And then we got one more. Another feel-good story. You know, we got to love Chick-fil-A, even though they're not Christian anymore. I know a dummy who he always makes sure that I know he does not eat at Chick-fil-A because they're anti-homosexual. He's super gay. And I never tell him because I think it's funny to just let him not eat delicious chicken because he's dumb. But Chick-fil-A's charity, the organizer of their charity, the one who used to donate to the Young Christian Athletes Foundation or whatever it's called, isn't the same person anymore. They don't do that anymore. They stopped doing that because it's not socially acceptable. They brought in a new charity organizer that only donates to socially, what was the words they used? Like socially economic charitable causes, right? So basically socially acceptable charitable causes. And the charity person they brought in worked for the Obama and the Hillary Clinton campaign. So Chick-fil-A, even though they're still closed on Sunday, they are not some Christian Mecca fast food chain anymore, guys. So if you're gay, you can eat at Chick-fil-A now. They're ran by a sodomite. So tear it up. Go get you some chicken. It's delicious, you know. And I don't even care. I don't even care that they donate to all these gay causes now because it's delicious chicken. And Chick-fil-A never said gay people weren't allowed into Chick-fil-A. So that's just dumb people who don't know what they're talking about saying stupid stuff. Really, Chick-fil-A has delicious chicken. I don't care if they're Christian. I don't care if they're gay. I'm going to eat that dang chicken sandwich, even though the prices are skyrocketing because we got a chicken shortage. We got a dang chicken shortage in this piece. But anyway, the article, Chick-fil-A testing robots. Chick-fil-A is testing robot delivery vehicles, guys. Yo, Chick-fil-A is so based, dude. They're working with Elongated Muskrat to get us robot delivery vehicles because when you're in the hood and you want a chicken sandwich, you can't be, you're risking life and limb going up in a Chick-fil-A. You better be strapped. You better have a gat. You better have a knife. You better have your sword because you go up in the hood in the Chick-fil-A trying to get a chicken sandwich during a chicken shortage, you might die. So that's why they got the robot delivery vehicles coming because too many people are getting shot up in the Popeyes and the Chick-fil-A's. So they gotta have maybe they'll have those robot dogs that the military uses or a drone that flies around your food to your house. That's pretty based. Wendy's is ran by a thick ginger. Fact. She wasn't so thick when she was a little girl. But dang, she been eating too much of the Wendy's, eating up all the potato salad. My animality is a sizzly bear. A sizzly bear? A sizzly bear. My animality. Chemtrails all day here. Spicy deluxe fire. Facts, bro. Hey, I had the KFC chicken sandwich today, the spicy. Yo, KFC doesn't touch Chick-fil-A or Popeyes. I think Popeyes... If we're not going deluxe, right? If we're just going the meat, the pickles, and the sauce, Popeyes is the best. But if you're getting veggies on that piece, you want to go with the deluxe, you got to go to Chick-fil-A because they got the freshest veggies. So if you want the veggies on it, you go Chick-fil-A. You don't want the veggies, you go Popeyes. KFC is whack as far as their chicken sandwich. It was whack, guys. But seriously, black bears are less aggressive than the brown bears. Brown ones are the ones you don't want to encounter in the wild. Okay, that's true. Grizzlies will tear you up. But we're not even talking about the wild. We're talking about in the city. I don't know. I still wouldn't want to run into a grizzly. I'll take a black bear over a grizzly all day. They still give you free sandwich if you do the sign of the cross before praying. You lying, D. Melkin. I'm gonna have to try that. I think you're lying, D. Melkin. You know Krispy Kreme back in the day when the neon red light was on that said fresh, you could get a free donut. But they don't do it anymore, I don't think. I used to always go there. And the lights wouldn't always be on. So you'd be like, well, the light's always on. No, sometimes it wasn't. It was only on when the donuts were fresh, which was at certain times. And then they'd give you free ones. Probably the old ones for free. But, Red Dirt Farm's here. What up, Red Dirt Farm? Damn, feels good to be a gangster. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Don't eat the gay poultry, man. What the? They're turning all the chickens gay. Well, now that Chick-fil-A is ran by a different charity organizer who worked with Obama and Hillary Clinton, they might be turning all the chickens gay. They might be putting atrazine in the chicken food, which would explain the chicken shortage. Guys, Nugget Man, we're on to something. We are on to a conspiracy theory. They're putting atrazine in the chicken water, and that's why we have a chicken shortage. I believe it. Brown bears got knives. Black bears got... Brown bears got knives. Black bears got unregistered beehives. Well, we got a lot of bears here in Quebec, North Canada. They walk around in the cities. Yeah, but that was in Florida. I don't know why there would be a black bear walking around in Florida. Lord H. Sizzle. I call the local Dunkin' Donuts Spunkin' Go Nuts. Okay. Red Dirt Farm said, hey, brother, commie fist. No, we don't do the commie fist around here. Dean Melkin, my cute nickname for my ex-girlfriend is Krispy Kreme. Wow. Are we going to read this? We're not even going to read this. I don't care. Chick-fil-A is working on robots to deliver your sandwich. Just so you know, guys. D. Malkin, I don't know if I would tell people about your cute nickname for your ex-girlfriend. Red Dirt Farm. I feel you had a Mexican try to run me off the road a few months back. We got some infighting, some inside fighting between Raymond and Nugget Man. Nugget Man trying to get Raymond got by a Mexican. Stayed up all night. All right, what else we got? Let's listen to a song or something, then we'll go into our last segment. I'll probably go take a quick break, and then we'll have our... Actually, no. Let's just finish this off, and then I'll take the break. And then we'll have chill, just talk time about whatever. So, last segment of the show. I only got 3 things to look at here. So, basically, cookie settings will accept. We got a little bit of a dirty picture here. So, in the little theological section, we're just going to talk about how, to tie back in with Pride Month, sexual deviance and debauchery and degeneration. Notice they all start with DE. Debauchery, degeneration, deviance, devil. All these words start with DE. That must mean like evil or something. I don't know what that DE what is the word I'm looking for? Prefix? I don't know what that DE prefix means. No beef, JS. We all brothers here. I know, I'm just playing. Hey, by the way, guys, for all my mods, I don't know if I've given the rules before, but for mods, you guys can't ban anybody. You can't time anybody out unless there's very specific situations. One, if I tell you to. So if I see somebody write something and, they can insult me, I don't care. They don't need to get banned. But if they're fed posting, if they're saying certain things, which, chat, I'll kind of let you guys get away with almost anything. There's very specific phrases that I will have you remove the phrase, and then I'll tell the person you can't say that. But another thing that you guys have free reign to ban is the bots, the like sex bots, and the things say check out nude ladies now, get them out of here instantly. You don't have to have any permission from me, just rip them out, ban them, do whatever you do. Otherwise, you really don't have much power unless I say, hey, that person's got to go. Somebody take care of that. Or bots, spammers. If I verbally say, hey, stop spamming, or I'm going to have my mods mod you, and then you wait a couple minutes and they keep doing it, and it's like the same message over and over again, then maybe you can time them out or something like that. But yeah, just a little mod rules. Just going to have call-ins. I can do call-ins, guys. If you got Discord, you can call in. My Discord link was in the video when I started, but then we got kicked off. So I don't think the Discord link is in there anymore. Let me see how I can do it. I'm not sure how I edit that in now. See, I did it all beforehand. If you go to the other video, the other stream that started before this one, went for like 20 minutes, and you go to the description, my Discord link is in there, and you just highlight it, get Discord, add me, and then you can call me on Discord. We can do video or just voice. So Latin D means remove, reverse, or degrade. Well, you can't use the who gave you that definition, Lord? Says you can't put D. The definition for D is degrade. You can't have the definition in the word in the definition. But yeah, that's pretty much what I figured. Remove, reverse. So what's the vil and devil mean? Similar to villain, villain, devil, remove, villain. Anyway, when did sexual decadence lose its association with social decline? So this is something we've always known, guys. But recently, just like with the Tulsa massacre, just like with the 1619 Project, just like the imaginary racist slavery that never actually happened, the slavery that happened was for profit, not for race. It had nothing to do with race because the people who were capturing the slaves were the same race. It had nothing to do with race. It had to do with profit. And just like they're rewriting all the history books and they're changing all this stuff retroactively to, make people feel guilty and push cultural Marxism, we used to know, everybody used to know, that sexual decadence relates to cultural decline. And this, once illicit sex was believed to be the ultimate transgression and danger to society, since the Enlightenment, attitudes have grown more tolerant. Yes, but the cultures still decay. Just because the attitudes grow more tolerant, which is the part of the problem, the attitudes grow more tolerant to it, which therefore they start saying, "Oh, well, we're okay with it, so the past never happened." But then the past is becoming the present, and it's happening right in front of our eyes, but they just deny it. They're all in denial. The idea that sexual decadence leads to the corruption and downfall of civilization can be found in many cultures. It has been especially influential in the history of the Christian West. The aim of this essay is to open up two large questions and to suggest some provisional answers to them. The first is why, for most of Western history, people were convinced that unrestrained sexuality was dangerous and would lead to a breakdown of society. I'll tell you why. I'll answer that question. Because it's true. Because it's a fact. The second is why nowadays that is no longer the dominant view. Well, I'll answer that question too. Nowadays, it's not the dominant view because you just said we've made it more acceptable. We've grown more tolerant of it. We've made it more acceptable culturally through social conditioning to be accepting of it. So now we don't have the same view. But it doesn't mean the facts have changed. It doesn't mean history has changed. The facts are still the same. Every civilization since the dawn of history has distinguished between permissible and impermissible forms of sex. It talks about basically the ancient Greeks, the Babylonians made adultery punishable by death. And then, the Babylonians, they were the ones who were trying to build the Tower of Babel. Well, that was Nimrod. But yeah, that was, it's all trying to reach God. It's all trying to avoid God's punishment and become a God. And so basically all these things, Babylon, the Tower of Babel, the fall of these cultures, Sodom and Gomorrah, they're all tied together. The same outlook underpinned the justice of Germanic tribes that settled across Western Europe and British Isles in the final years of Roman Empire. The Franks, the Goths, the Saxons, the Jutes, and others. So basically, this whole thing writes about how the sex degrades the cultures, but this article, this essay is written, basically, it tells you why we used to think this and why we don't think this anymore. The law of King Canute. That's almost a bad word. This guy is almost a bad word. Canute. Likewise, forbade men from fornicating with their own slaves and ordered that adulteresses should be publicly disgraced, lose their goods, and have their ears and noses cut off. Slowly but surely, the church's definition of monogamy gained ground. Sex was not a private matter. On the contrary, except within marriage, it was a public crime. Base, guys. During the High Middle Age, and even the Bible says that, like, sex, even with your wife, you're supposed to fast from it and do it rarely and basically quickly so you don't fall to temptation. You have to fast from it. It's not like just because you're married, now we can just do it everywhere all the time, which I know that's what people want to do and that's what's going to happen. And, I'm not judging or nothing. I'm just saying, the Bible doesn't say that ass. Just scroll back up. Dang, that's inappropriate. No, hey, it's a painting, so it's okay. For sure, he puts my video into the dark web YouTube. Look at that was Lady C. What's your take on YouTube auditors? Auditors, First Amendment auditors, some of them are base, some of them are dumb, and they don't have a clue what they're doing, and they're just annoying cops, and they're annoying people, and they're ridiculous, and they need to go to jail. But some of them know their stuff. Amagansett Press is very good, and he lives near me. He's been to Salt Lake City before to do buildings here. There's some very good First Amendment auditors on YouTube, and then there's some that are just totally whack. They're trying to get clout, and they should probably end up in jail because they're just being idiots. But the good ones are good, and what they're doing is good too, because if you don't exercise your rights, you lose them. So the First Amendment's the same way, That's why I like to go record people in public. And when they get mad, I say, guess what? I'm just exercising my First Amendment right, freedom of press, which we all have. Just so you know, guys, a press pass is not a real thing. That's not a real thing. It is a real thing that you can get issued to go to, people who went to January 6th had the press passes. They didn't get prosecuted. But really, there's really no such thing as a press pass, because your press pass is your First Amendment right to freedom of press. So you are allowed. We are all the press. The press isn't just whoever writes the newspaper. We're all the press. And we can all go out in public, and we can all go out and report and be journalists and report on things and observe things and record things. So you don't have to have a press pass. But that was for Dean Melkin asking about auditors. Lord Music, we'll blame stubborn one, sense of humor. Lord H. Sizzle for sure. He puts my video. Okay. They used to have a website called Return the Kings, but it goes along some of your thoughts. There's still articles up online from the guy. Okay, nice. Lord Lukey Music, H. Sizzle, what the heck? Dean Melkin just joshing around. Scroll back up. What you guys saying? Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who did the kids love most of all? Beep. Never knew about press pass. Interesting. Yeah, right. Dean Melkin, the First Amendment is 5 rights. It's freedom of press, freedom of speech, freedom to practice religion, freedom to petition the government, and freedom to assemble. So the freedom of press, basically, it says that's how the First Amendment auditors get away with what they're doing. If it's a publicly owned building, if we, the public, own that building and all the employees within that building work for us, then we can walk up in there with a camera and just record. And as long as we're peaceful and quiet and not causing a problem, you can't get in trouble for it. And that's what those auditors do. They're exercising their freedom of press. And when the cops get called, if the cops break the rules and arrest them, a lot of those First Amendment auditors get rich because they sue every time. Whenever they get questioned, whenever there's a problem, they sue. They sue the city and they make money. They make buku bucks because they have a good lawyer and they know what they're doing. They know their stuff. So, yeah. Shofrak said, one more Christian song. Your fire God won't be able to turn over by Martin Smith. Cool, Shofrax. But Lord Luca Music, what the heck? That's why they meet privately in the Bilderberg. They ain't even the top. If you can build a berg, you can build a what was the guy saying today? A bunker. If you could build a berg, you could build a bunker. He was talking about how the Bilderberg has bunkers. And Jesse's like, what are you talking about, bro? But yeah, so this whole article goes about how we knew that all these civilizations fell to sexual deviance. But now, as a culture, since we accept it, we kind of have just forgotten about all of that. During the High Middle Ages, in line with growing power of the church and of secular governors, a huge machinery of public justice grew up to police and punish sexual immorality. By the later 13th century, between 60 and 90% of all cases in the English church courts were prosecutions for adultery, fornication, and prostitution. What about sodomy? Secular jurisdictions were equally active. Every day, people were arrested, flogged, imprisoned, fined, and publicly humiliated for having sex without being married. Based. We're not going to read all this stuff, but this guy's pretty based. He writes about it. The 20th century is not the first to see society riddled with immorality. This is Randy Alcorn from Eternal Perspective Ministries. I don't know what that is, but he a preacher, man. The Greeks elevated loose women, homosexual relations, and pedophilia. The Romans gradually surrendered the strong families and morals that once made them great, replacing them with laxity and weakness. Yep. I heard about that. Excuse me. So the ancient Greeks. Now, if you go to Google and you type in why did ancient Greece fall, it's not going to tell you because of sexual depravity. It's going to tell you because of the Hellenistic, the ancient Romans, invaded during the Hellenistic time and all that, and they took it over. They kept the culture alive, but they basically conquered it. But the reason was because the Greeks became weak. And the reason they became weak is the same reason Americans are becoming weak. The same reason the ancient Romans eventually became weak. It's because they feminized the men and they fake emasculate the women. So basically the women think they're taking on the role of the man and that they are equal to the man. And then the man becomes the woman. And culture can't handle that. When you got female pregnant flight suits for the Air Force, when you got the military lowering their standards to let the women in, you don't even have to. You used to have to run 6 miles with like a 60-pound pack. Now you just gotta walk 6 miles. Like it's like, you think that's not gonna weaken a nation? You think that our enemies aren't laughing at us as we equity and diversify the military? What do you think's going to happen when you don't have strong men protecting the nation, when you have a bunch of women who are pregnant and transgenders and foxholes? What do you think's going to happen? You're going to lose. Your country's going to lose. And that's why we see China doing things like banning video game playtime. China limited the amount of time that kids could play video games. What else did China do? China banned, and I quote, sissy men from media. So the media in China, they're not allowed to have anybody who qualifies as a sissy man. I don't know what the criteria for figuring out what a sissy man is, according to Chinese people. They all kind of look feminine to me, but they all kind of small, they all got a lot of soy in their system. So they all kind of look feminine to me. But China bans sissy men from their media. China doesn't let kids play online games past a certain time, and they have a time limit every day. What this is doing is strengthening China's men, strengthening China's boys, and eventually strengthening China's men. And you know what else China does? China runs TikTok. Well, do you think China's TikTok is the same as America's TikTok? No. The stuff we get here in America for TikTok is all gender binary stuff and all the confused people and all the LGBT low IQ and all the Pride Month and all the weird stuff. That's what's on American TikTok, which China runs. But if you look at Chinese TikTok, if you pull up a VPN and you use a VPN, you set your VPN to China, and then you get on TikTok and you get on official Chinese TikTok, it's all like engineering stuff and fighting and weightlifting and getting strong and getting smarter and studying and learning, and none of this weird stuff is allowed on Chinese TikTok, and China owns TikTok. So what you see is they're weakening our men. China's taking over America without firing a shot, because they're weakening our men with TikTok and internet and stuff. They're getting all the information on us through Zoom. And they're strengthening their people. They're strengthening their military while weakening ours. And we're ourselves as Americans are weakening our military. And we're going to fall. It's going to be the fall of Babylon. It's going to be the next ancient Rome, the next Greece. The often made comparisons between the final years of Rome and modern day America are striking. Self-indulgence, political corruption, adultery, homosexuality, sexual orgies, live sex acts in theater, brutal sports in the arena. I don't know about that. I mean, I guess brutal sports in the arena, I guess they're talking about MMA, maybe comparing MMA to gladiators, but I don't think that weakens a culture. I think MMA probably strengthens a culture until we start having, Fallon Foxes beating up Kornikovas or whatever her name. Until we get Fallon Foxes up in the ring bashing in all the women's faces. I don't even know if we should have women fighters in the UFC. I love women UFC fighters, but especially that Russian chick, Shevchenko. Ooh, Shevchenko, my girl. Dang. Shevchenko makes it worth watching women UFC fighters. I'm a big UFC fan, and I'm not huge on the women fights, but sometimes they are good. Some of the women are beasts. Shevchenko is a boss. But yeah, this guy just writes about what I'm talking about. When the ruling group and the society as a whole relax their code of sexual morality, within 3 generations, I said this last week, within 3 generations, there's usually a cultural decline, as was the case in the later stages of the Babylonian, the Persian, the Macedonian, the Mongol, the Greek, and the Roman civilizations. A lot of the greatest civilizations fell to this sort of thing. We find that among civilized societies, those which have remained strict in their sexual codes for the longest period have reached the highest levels. And, historian Arnold Toynbee, we got historian stuff. Though the right of happiness is chiefly claimed for the sexual impulse, it seems to be impossible that the matter should stay there. The fatal principle, once allowed in that department, must sooner or later seep through our whole lives. We thus advance toward a state of society in which not only each man, but every impulse in each man claims carte blanche. And then our technological skill may help us survive a little longer. Our civilization will have to die at heart and will, one dare not even add, unfortunately, be swept away. Tracks. Yeah. And then we just go into some Sodom and Gomorrah. There's a movie about Sodom and Gomorrah. And that's the city that Lot went down into, and God told Moses, I think, or Abraham, in Genesis account, God reveals to Abraham that Sodom and Gomorrah are to be destroyed for their grave sins. Abraham pleads because Lot lives there. His son Lot, his nephew Lot, and his family live there. So God negotiates with Abraham, or Abraham tries to negotiate with God, and God says, if 50 righteous people can be found, and eventually, but then they can't find 50 people. So then he says, if 10 righteous people can be found, they can't find 10. Finally, it comes down to just Lot and his family are the only righteous people in Sodom and Gomorrah. So they have to leave. God says, leave without looking back. Do not look back. And Lot's wife, of course, she a woman. She going to look back. She gets turned to a pillar of salt. Now, that's important because basically what that's telling us is that when you depart from that lifestyle, when it's time to leave, when you see that it's time to get away from that and to leave that, you do not look back. If you look back, you falter and you fall. When you realize it's time to go, you get out of there. You're getting out of the burning building. You're not turning around to look behind you. You look behind you, you are going to fail. You don't look back. You only move forward. So that's the message with Lot's wife. She shouldn't have looked back. He told her, don't look back. She looked back. She got turned to a pillar of salt. Sorry, Lot. But that's his lot in life, right? That's his lot in life. Wicked mob, Lot. But yeah, that's basically the story of Sodom and Gomorrah. I'm not going to Bible thump it. I'm not going to pull it up in the Bible, but you guys can look into it. It's Genesis 18 and 19. Just check out Genesis 18 and 19 for the story of Sodom and Gomorrah and Lot and his family. And I think Lot offers the mob his daughters instead. Oh, wait. 2 angels appearing as men are sent to Lot and Sodom, but are met with a wicked mob who ask for the newcomers. Lot offers the mob his daughters instead. This only further enrages the mob. He offered them his daughters? What the? Who were then struck blind by the angelic guests. Finding only Lot and his family as righteous among the inhabitants, the angels warn Lot to quickly evacuate the city and not look back. As they flee destruction, Lot's wife looks back upon the city and turned to a pillar of salt. And the Quran also talks about Sodom and Gomorrah. In Quran 11:74 to 83, 29, 28 to 35. It's similar, though the cities are not mentioned by name. Abraham pleads for Lot's people, but is told chastisement cannot be averted. Lot is grieved when the messengers tell him of the fate of his people, and as in the biblical narrative, offers his daughters in vain to the mob. Yo, how you going to offer your daughters to the mob, though, Lot? That's not righteous. Righteous Lot is told to escape in the night with his followers and is warned that his wife will suffer the same fate as the rest. The cities are destroyed by stones raining down, fire and brimstone. So the Quran wrote about it. The Bible wrote about it. Again, I've talked about it before, how the Quran is basically all just plagiarized out of the Bible. So we could expect that. But let's check out what chat's been saying. I don't really have much for that section. I think that's pretty much the show, except for the last segment where we just chill, watch some funny videos, talk, chat, read chat, all the good stuff. So let me catch up on chat, and then I will take a short break, use the restroom. Oh, what's up, the Gets? The Gets. Chinese boys are encouraged to be masculine for sure. Hi, the Gats. I just saw that you're in here. Nice to see you. I think this is the first time I've ever seen you in the chat, so welcome. Everybody hit that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, give us a subscribe. Third graders in China are doing college level mathematics, and our kids can't even read at grade level. Facts. And our kids, and that's part of the plan, educate us longer and teach us less. So even the college students who are getting doctorate's degrees are morons. Like they don't even know, dude. Some of the highest educated people are the dumbest people. They're dumb as a box of rocks. And I'm not intellectual. I'm anti-intellectual. You know, we're totally anti-intellectual around here. I think intellectual is a person of intellect. I'm a person of God. I'm not a person of intellect. Now, you know, some people say I'm a little smart, kind of smart, maybe intelligent. I'm okay with that, but I'm not an intellectual. And, you know, most intellectuals don't know I don't know. I was almost going to cuss. They don't know they're blank from a hole in the ground. But most intellectuals, they can say a lot of big words and they'll say a whole lot of big words that mean absolutely nothing. And they're not making any point. They're not saying anything. From D. Melkin, believe it or not, the stuff you're speaking about isn't going to reverse. It's going to evolve into more problems until self-combustion. I agree, D. Melkin. I don't think it's going to get better. Oh, I don't think it at all. I think the power grid's going down. I think they're taking the guns. The power grids are going down. And then the bears and the lions are going to come up in your crib. And then the black people. It's just going to be a mess, bro. I do not think it's going to get better, D. Melkin. But I'm not like worried about it. I'm chilling. This is fun. I'm just having fun here. You know, I'm prepared. If stuff hits the fan, I'm ready. You know, I'm going straight to the to either a mall or a Sam's Club. No, first I'm looting the gun store. Okay. Then I'm going to get a gas tanker. I'm going to steal a gas tanker and I'm going to park my gas tanker and all my ammo and the stuff that I just got from the gun store. And I hypothetically, this is in an imaginary future, YouTube. Not actually planning on doing this. This is if the world's ending, if zombies are coming, survival scenario. And then we go to like a mall with a parking garage and we set up shop at the mall. We barricade all the doors and then we got everything we need in the mall, or maybe like a Sam's Club or something because they got food. And then we got food stores. We got weapons. We got a garage for vehicles. And then we start recruiting people. We get mechanics to work on the vehicles. We get hunters. We get gatherers. We get some women to make some babies, lots of babies. We're going to repopulate the earth. So, you know, I got this all planned out, D-Melking. Just, you know, when the time comes, just come to Salt Lake City. I got you, bro. I got you. None of that weird stuff is allowed in China, period. Not just TikTok. Right. It's not allowed at all. They don't allow any of that stuff. But they push it on us in America. Chinese boys are encouraged to be masculine for sure. I don't like seeing women fight. Yeah, Lord Luca music, but you know, the UFC fighters, it depends if they're good. The good ones are good fights, but a lot of the women fights in UFC is like very boring. You just yawn. It's like, oh my God. Okay, now I'm going to go get some food. I'm going to go get a snack, a little snacky snack. I'm going to go get a little snacky snack while this fight's on because we know that this is about to be like, no. But you get, you got to look up Shevchenko. Maybe we'll check out some Shevchenko. She's a beast, bro. She's Russian. She got a pistol tattooed right here. Ooh, that girl. She speaks like 7 languages. And she's hot. She's the whole package. She'd beat me in a fight. Yo, I'm going to simp for Shevchenko. I'm going to add that to the list of women that I will simp for. Kaylee McEnany, Sav Hernandez, Sue W on YouTube, and Shevchenko. Yes. Facts. They purchased so much land and making leftist cities intolerable, so they just move instead of confrontation. Right. And not the whole world can't go to Florida, the Gets. Everybody can't go to Florida. There's not enough room. Like, everybody's going to Florida. You can't all go to Florida. You got to eventually, you're going to have to fix your own cities. Lord, look at music. That's right. Gender fluidity and debauchery is very similar to the downfall of Rome. Right. That's what we're talking about. Yep. Lots of civilizations have fallen to that stuff. Holler at y'all later. See you later, Lord H. Sizzle. You're probably gone already, but later. Women's sports include cooking, cleaning, and baking. Raymond 11 based facts. Lord, look at music. Raphael, they were playing beach volleyball at a restaurant I was eating at, and I was like, nice. Raymond 11. Lord H. Sizzle, peace, easy. Oh, I just got back down. I just got scooted down to the bottom. Hey, where's Lord Grim at? Lord Grim ain't here. Yeah, there we go. Red Dirt Farm says, I like women washing my trucks until the wifey shows up. Lord Luca Music, don't forget catering for all the children. I'm not sure what that's in reference to. Sizzle, later Lord H. Sizzle, Red Dirt Farm. Red Dirt Farm, sometimes no problem, but other times problem. Ribs. Yep. Lord Luca, yep, like JLP says, all the professionals are dumb. Right, definitely. Raymond 11, why you think all your doctors not from here? Why you think all your doctors not from here? Facts. They're all like Indian and Asian. Yeah. And we bring them over here, educate them, and then we send them back. Some of them stay here, but a lot of them we send back to their home country when we just educated them. So we do have good education systems, but you got to be only certain people get into those ones. Those are very high in like tech institutes and stuff like that. For these engineers and tech guys, they'll come. We'll like pay to bring them over and train them in school and give them a visa, and then we'll send them back to their country. It's like if we just trained them, keep them here. What the? How does that make any sense? It doesn't. It doesn't. Well, it does make sense if you're wicked and you're trying to destroy the world with globalism. Then it makes perfect sense. You have to destroy America. You got to take America out because America is the last bastion of freedom. We got our guns still. You got to get rid of the guns. You got to get rid of the freedom of speech. We got to take out America. We convert America over to the same stuff as, you know, the UK and Australia and Canada and all these other cucks. And we molded in the new Western culture. This is Western. This is the Western civilization doing this. The UN, the EU, NATO, all these things, they come from Western culture. And that's the thing that, you know, little Vladdy Pooty over there in Russia is not trying to be with that. He's not trying to have that stuff on his borders. He don't like that, which, you know, kind of based. He also builds 3 Christian churches every single day. He completes construction on 3 Christian churches. Orthodox Christianity is the biggest religion in Russia. Russia pretty based. All I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right. Nugget Man, true. Looting a gun store better be first one there, in and out real quick. Yeah, I know, Nugget Man. That's probably the worst idea part of the plan. But if the zombies are coming, I got to get armed, right? I'm not armed now. So that's, you know, I got survival skills. I can go out in the woods and survive, but you got to get armed in the SHTF situation. So I don't know. I don't know. You're right, though. It's probably not a good plan. True Flag Women's Basketball. I love martial arts. Nice, Lord Luke Music. Hey, Chris Vogel. Hispanics are feminine and masculine when speaking to a man or female. How do they speak to trans without offending? Oh, you're talking about how Hispanics have like well, no, now it used to be Latina or Latino. That's what you're talking about. How they have German is the same way. German, you have der, die, das, which are your articles, and your der, die, das is masculine, feminine, and neutral. So Germany has a neutral one, but it doesn't mean it's neutral because it's not masculine or feminine. It's just for like extra words. Like a table, you'd probably say das table. But then like a dress, you'd say die dress. But yeah, Hispanic is the same way. But they fixed it, Chris. They fixed it because now we got Latinx or Latinx because you can't say Latino. You can't say Latina. That's sexist. That's bigoted. That's transphobic. You have to say Latinx. So maybe now all the Hispanic words, like instead of sombrero, Because if it's a transgender person's hat, I guess you would say sombrerix. Sombrerix. Am I right? I think I'm right about that. I think I'm right about that, guys. I don't know. You might want to Google it, but I think I'm right about that. A transgender hat in Mexico would be a sombrerix. Hold on, I gotta catch up the chats, guys. What up, Chris? Good to see you here. D Melkin, I'll be hitting the grocery stores. That way, when everyone is hungry, I'll be the one what could feed. Yep. That's why that's what I'm thinking. Sam's Club. I'm thinking the mall because the mall's got comfy beds and stuff in it, and it's also got all the other cool stuff. Hold on one second, guys. I'm busy. Then I don't know why. It's like very simple. I say Mondays, 6 to 9 o'clock. I need quiet time. Don't get quiet time. But anyway, I'll be hitting the grocery store. That's the reason why. Was that Echo's Tail? That's the reason why I encourage everybody to learn basic survival skills, have a lot of seeds, and to practice at least once a year survival skills doing camping without anything but basic tools. Yes, Nugget Man. Bushcrafting. Bushcrafting is a great hobby. Lord Luca Music. He must be busy. I sent this to Lord Grimm. Okay, well that's cool. Nugget Man, Fax.js, D Melkin. I don't understand how our government will pay foreigners to open businesses on this land, but if you a citizen, you get none of that encouragement. Yeah, yep. D Melkin, they're doing that. They're doing that to push the multiculturalism to make us fall apart as a country because the more multicultural and diverse we get and the less assimilation we have, people who like I'm okay with people coming here from everywhere in the world, but you need to assimilate to our culture. There's a reason you came to this country and to this culture is because it's great. So you need to assimilate to it. But we're like destroying it. We were founded on Christianity, white Christian men founding the country. And we built a great country. And now it's being destroyed with all these other cultures. Everybody wants to come here, and then they come here, but they want to bring their crap with them. So that's what's happening, D Melkin. It's being done on purpose to destroy America. Nugget Man, if you can't start a fire without a lighter or matches, you are screwed in a real scenario. Facts, definitely. Unless it's lightning. D Melkin, Nugget Man, that's why I hold the food and wait. I'll go catch or do my own thing, and when others start starving, they'll have to listen closely, and the world may start to change. Based. The Gets. Almost all the IT developers and engineers are Indian at FedEx. FedEx is headquartered in Memphis. Memphis is a giant hood. It'd be great to invest in Memphians. However, they bring in foreigners. Chris Vogel, I think you are confused. Chris Vogel is my homie. He's not confused. Nah, he asked a good question. But what up, Lady Irma? JS, amazing show. I got to dip out, chat. I'll listen. Peace and love to everyone. I think I'm almost caught up. Just like French, here's what they do in French. Male equals ill. Female equals L. Mix equals ill. Not even joking. Whole language change, huh? Yeah. You got to change the whole language because you can't have masculine and feminine. But most of the Hispanics aren't really with that mess. Just like mass shootings, that's a specifically American problem. Nobody in Mexico says Latinx or Latinx. That's just what we say in America because we're stupid. My meatloaf. Hey, you got some meatloaf in this piece. Ray, Lady Irma. I'm being in the show all the time listening. Nice. Thank you, Irma. Have you crap at the door? Leave your crap at the door. Yes, facts. Nice me too, but got to get to sleep. All right, guys, some of you guys got to head out. That's cool. We're done with all the stuff on the show. I'm going to go take a quick break, play a song, and then I'll come back and we'll just chill and chat about whatever for another 30, 40 minutes to an hour, something like that. What song should I play? We haven't played a Tyson song yet, so I think Tyson got a new song. Where'd the monkeypox video go? Did they take it down? Oh no. All right, so I almost forgot to talk about this last week, but Tyson James' monkeypox video was getting shadow banned, and they were killing it in the algorithm, and then it just stopped, and he was losing subscribers and all this stuff. So we're gonna play monkeypox. There's a new music video for it, even though we've played it before on the show, and I'm gonna use the restroom. When you're welding, I'm using flux core. I think he had to leave. I think Nugget Man had to leave, Dean. What's your future plans with the channel? You should show some of your work you do at your job. The remodeling stuff is awesome. Yeah, I actually want to do that. I should have done it on one of these last recent jobs, but the next time we get a remodel job, I'm going to record from start to finish, like the demo, the flooring, and just little clips, and then put it all together. But it's going to take a while. But just to show how we fix up stuff. And then I don't know. I've got I want to do, now that it's summer again, I want to do a urban camping video where I just go do what I used to do when I was homeless. And I'm just going to pack a backpack. The problem is echo. Like I could leave him. I guess I could just leave him here. I would like to bring him with me, but I don't know how he would handle sleeping in a tent. So I would probably have to leave him, even though I would want him to come. But yeah, we're going to do some urban camping where we just go sleep on the street somewhere. That's going to be fun. And then some real camping out in the woods. I need to get back out there and do that some more. But if I'm working like 6 days a week, it's hard. Some days I don't work. Sometimes I don't work 6 days a week, but I don't know when the random days off are going to come. It'll be like a Tuesday and I'll get it off. And so I have to like ask for a whole weekend in advance so I can go camping, do some of that. I'll probably put this Pride Month video together. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm going to post it because I don't know. I was playing clips from it and the stream got shut down. This stream, when we started it, if you notice the title and everything, if you guys weren't here, we got shut down in the first 20 minutes of streaming. Never happened to me before. I don't know what happened. But it was whack. I know I said I was leaving, but JS Urban Adventures, that painting looks like Behold a Pale Horse a little with that Dragon Ball. Behold a Pale Horse, that's something from Revelations, but is that a painting? Let me see. Behold a Pale Horse. Ah. Behold a Pale Horse. War drama? Is it a painting or what? It's a movie. Bill Cooper's book cover. Behold a Pale Horse movie. Is it this one? No, it is this one. That's what you're talking about. Is what you're talking about? Yeah, it does look like that. But was he modeling his book cover after Starry Night? Because that's what this is, Starry Night with Dragon Ball. Looks kind of like he's going for a Starry Night / Dali look. Salvador Dali. Probably my favorite artist. But yeah, Behold a Pale Horse. What's it about? Is it about Revelations? Bill Cooper reveals information that remains hidden from the public eye about UFOs. Government files since the 40s. True Truth unfolds. These are rights about JFK, the war on drugs, the secret government, the UFOs. Bill's lucid wrath. I might have to check this book out, actually. Looks like it. I've heard of it. It sounds familiar. I'll have to check that out. Oh, sorry. But yeah, looks like the night sky painting to me. Dean Melkin. It's Starry Night from Van Gogh. This isn't actually Starry Night from Van Gogh, but it's a Dragon Ball recreation. So it's supposed to look like that. I'm surprised you've never read that or have it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've heard of it. But no, I haven't read it. I need to read a lot of stuff. I need to read some Orwell. I've never read anything from Orwell. Except for maybe if there was like a required reading one in school. He didn't write Fahrenheit. That was Ray Bradbury, right? Who wrote Fahrenheit 451 or whatever. How the no smoking going? You hear me coughing right now? That's because I just was puffing on a cigarette. It's like I've convinced myself I don't want to smoke, so now when I smoke, I start coughing like anything, cigarettes, bud, anything. I cough ridiculously. Sometimes until I start like dry heaving. Especially if I like smoke pot in the morning, I like start dry heaving. So, but I've also heard about that. I've heard it's a thing. Animal Farm was required in high school, oddly enough. Is Animal Farm Orwell? I think I've read Animal Farm. No, I haven't. Maybe I did read Animal Farm. Animal Farm is the one where all the animals talk, right? The animals, I think I maybe read Animal Farm or I skipped school during the time that we were reading it and we were supposed to read it. How long have I smoked cigarettes for? Like 20 years? Since I was like 14, 15. I know I said it was leaving. If the dog's not eating, every sound he hears is going to be nudging you. Keep up. Something close. These boys spitting truth. Facts. Lord Luca probably left. I know, but you are playing it in your show, said Lady Irma. Not sure what that's. What's your future plans with the channel? Yeah, I said that. Smoke for too long, Dean. Smoke for too long. What else we got? Oh yeah, so I was talking about that. Oregon's ODs went up by 700% when they legalized drugs. No duh, of course. BTS was in the White House. I stole a clip from Hake. I could play that. It's kind of funny. Dang, that's loud.
This important month here in
BTS.
Come on up here. This important month here in America.
Look
a lot
at
of
this.
our Asian American friends have been subject to real discrimination. Hate only hides.
By who, Joe? By who, Joe? Who is all the AAIP hate coming from, Joe? Can we get some videos or something? Let me know, Joe. Is it the evil white supremacist?
When good people talk about it and say how bad it is, it goes down.
Oh,
so thank you.
Hold on. What do you say? You heard one of them laughed?
When good people talk about it and say how bad it is, it goes down. So thank you.
Did you hear the guy giggle? He's like, what the hell is this old man talking about? We want to say thank you sincerely for your decision to let BTS into the White House. Where he basically puts out all bills over. Hola, Lady C. Lady C in the house. Lady C Sal. Hola. I stole this from Hake, guys. We were watching BTS at the White House. Animal Farm was required. So you think you ever go back to your home state of Florida? Want to live there? Nah, man. I'm told to adventure out throughout the world. I'm told to leave my parents and spread out across the world. Not told to stay there. But Florida's cool. I mean, I could live in Florida and not live with my mama, of course. But, maybe someday. But for now, I'm good. I'd rather like to travel, If I had a big old camper with a studio in it and just could travel, that would be fun. Lady C says, hola. Hola. Lady C. Red Dirt Farm. Deep milk and try welding only 1-inch beads and move to another area with a 1-inch bead and come back to the first, etc. If you wrap, it still warps smaller beads. 3/4 or 1/2 inch might be necessary. Nice. So we're getting welding instructions up in chat. Raymond 11, also some cool dude, but a channel called Bill Cooper, William Cooper. I know you don't plug. Well, I just did. Also some cool dude, but a channel. Is that channel by the writer of that book, Raymond, or is that channel just named after him? And they talk about the same thing, where he basically puts out all Bill's old radio shows. Oh, so it's somebody else. Is somebody else putting out his stuff? That's cool. Lady C, those are the prettiest men I've ever seen. Throw up face. They're pretty, all right. They're kind of androgynous, and those, they're more masculine than American men. Let's see what they have to say.
I want to say thank you sincerely for your decision, such as signing the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act into law. So
stupid. What is the COVID-19 Hate Crimes Act, and what do hate crimes have to do with COVID-19? How are those two even? Are they saying COVID is racist? I mean, COVID is racist, guys. We know COVID hurt minorities more than white people. COVID is racist, so we know that. Bill Cooper was assassinated, of course. Oh, really? Really? And he wrote that book. I'm going to have to check that guy out. Because I definitely have heard of that book before. But I'm going to have to check him out. I need to check some Orwell out. I need to check out some other things. I got a long book catalog in my Amazon wish list or whatever. Lots of books that I want to get. Those are pretty rice patties. Red Dirt, gotcha, makes total sense. Thank you. Oh, Bibby might get upset. Has Bibby been in here? Bibby hasn't even been in here. Bibby said he was going to be in here. Are you married to Bibby, Lady C? Where's Bibby at? Where the heck Bibby at? Hey, there's my dog. Hey, buddy. What you doing, Echo? What you doing?
we just want to be a little help, and we truly appreciate the White House and the government's trying to find solutions.
People care a lot about what you say.
What you doing out this late with the
And
taco
what you're
cart?
doing is good for all people. It's not just your great talent.
Great talent.
It's the message you're communicating. It matters.
It matters. Oh, Lord, guys. Biden is amazing. He's a really good president. What? Lady C, are you married to Lord Bibby? And where is he at? Behind the at. I'm not supposed to end a sentence with a preposition. Where is he? Where he be? I think that would still be a preposition. No, I'm not. LOL. Why? I don't know, because what just happened? Somebody said something. I don't know, because I was... Luke always says, say hi to your husband. I don't know who your husband is. So say hi to your husband, Lady C. Music in Korean. What a message. Oh, they're Korean. They're Korean. BTS. Dude, it sounds like BTS sounds like something sexual and dirty. You know? Oh, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? I don't have no more clips. What's something funny we could watch? Is it 9:08? I guess it's normally ending time, huh? But we lost the one stream, so we'll go a little longer. Wait, so how the rent in your area? D-Milkin, the rent's it's pretty high, just like everywhere else. I live near the city, so high cost of living. They're trying to rezone. and make more dorm style living, so you could get a $500 bedroom and then share a bathroom and a kitchen and a living room with 8 other people. Trying to get some more of that out here. But no, the apartments are quite expensive, but you can find like low income apartments and stuff for like, you know, $900 a month for a bedroom or two. Are you in the city or suburb? I'm in the city. Like I'm like well, I'm walking distance from downtown. I can see all the I can look out my thing and see all the skyscrapers. And then the college. I'm in like a college area outside of the city, kind of. It's still city, but I'm near the college, the university. So a lot of like college kids around here and stuff. But pretty close to the city. I could walk to downtown in 15 minutes, 20 minutes. I could skate down there in 10 minutes. Got anything cool to watch? So yeah, a lot of people went to that Dallas thing. Oh, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Who cares? Next story. I guess that was the story that happened. Amber Heard has to pay Johnny Depp like 15 million, but he's got to give her 13 million, so it's on or 2 million, so it's only 13 million. And I don't care really at all. I could care less. Told for Devil Want Our Kids. It's better. How long you been in? I've been in Utah for like 9 years, something like that, 9 or 10 years. Wound up here after doing door-to-door sales, traveling all around the country, and selling magazine subscriptions. Which is funny. I was watching another serial killer video, interrogation video, and he starts going through this long list of all these women he's killed, and then he gets to one where he's like, this girl sold my mom magazines and it was a scam. She said she was doing it for college, so I followed her down the street. Then she tried to sell me magazines, so I killed her. And I was like, bro, another one from Mad Crew bites the dust. And then I ended up with a girl in Utah because I pretty much some stuff happened. I started getting them into bed with me and then disappearing to another city. When you're a door-to-door salesman, you know how to handle that. And what's some channels you really follow? John Doyle, Heck Off Kami, Elijah Schaefer, Slightly Offensive, Jesse Lee Peterson, of course, The Hake Report, Nick Stream, Louder with Crowder. That's all political stuff. So then non-political stuff. I like I don't really agree with everything he says, but there's a Christian apologetics guy. What's his name? He was in a Mortal Kombat movie. What's that guy's name, guys? What's his name? Apologia. I follow that channel. James Durbin. Is it Jeff Durbin? Jeff Durbin on Apologia. That's a good channel. He's a Christian apologist, so he goes to like Mormons and Jehovah's Witnesses and Muslims and basically figures out what their problem with Christianity is and then explains to them why maybe they're misunderstanding it or whatever. But he's good. What else? Modern Day Debate. Let's just scroll through my thing. Awaken with JP's cool. It's all right. Alex Stein's all right. He's good. Cassidy Campbell's good. And then Bryson Gray, Tyson James from music. I like Matt Walsh. Ben Shapiro, not so much. He was like one of the guys at first I started learning about politics from, but I don't really like him so much. And I don't really like Daily Wire at all. As a media corporation, I don't like him. Ben Shapiro, I like. Michael Knowles, I like. Candace Owens, I like. Brandon Tatum, I like. Matt Walsh, I like. But the entity, I don't like as a giant thing. High Res is cool for music. Paul McDonald for music. Slightly offensive. This is my YouTube feed, so you can see. Windy Goon's cool. I just found him the other day. He talks about conspiracy theories, all of them, and stuff that I like serial killers and stuff like that. Windy Goon's pretty cool. Just found that guy. But yeah, we're doing a whole lot of plugging of bigger people than me, so I'm going to stop doing that. And we'll just jump back on and start again. So we here to stay. We here to stay, Sue. So everybody like the video. Stand up. I can play that too. But got your 6. Everybody, let me check out the chat. Go through everybody. D Melkin was up in chat. Interesting remodeling. Red Dirt Farm was here. Raymond 11 killing it. Lady C Sal. Who else? Lord Luca was here. Shout out Lord Luca. Everybody go check out Lord Luca. He does lots of streams, playing music, awesome stuff. Kicking every week off, right? I'll catch you guys there. I'll see you in the chats, in JLP, and all that good stuff tomorrow. D Melkin, JS, do a cookie meal. Oh yeah, we gotta do some more ghetto gourmet videos, so I'll have all that stuff coming. D Melkin, but I'm gonna catch you guys later. I'm gonna head out. Good night. Peace. Later. Name was here too. Name. Shout out. Name. Shout out Elongated Muskrat. I gotta go